Okay, now we're starting. Finally. I clicked go live. I never know when it's actually going to be live, but let's see. The following podcast is not intended for those who are easily triggered. It features two regular people talking about pop culture and sharing their thoughts on it. If this is too much for you to handle, please report to your nearest safe space. If sarcasm is a foreign language to you, please find a translator. For everyone else, enjoy the show, or don't. I don't give a fuck. Hi everyone, it's Mike from Laughingstock Media. How's it going? In this video, we're going to be doing yet another edition of Laughingstock Nation, in which I come first and Josh comes second. Or sometimes not at all. That was an Austin Powers reference.
You always come first.
Yeah. And anyway, on the topic of that, it's Josh from Dragon Ball Nation. How's it blowing? You gonna say something, Josh?
That is what I have to say. What do you want me to say? There's no introductions needed. Everyone knows who I am.
By the way, this is my glasses reveal. You know, people always ask about face reveals, but here's my glasses reveal. Don't I look like a fucking nerd? And there's
Make sure you do this though.
Hold on a second. Let me make some kind of really smart point.
Get the glare. Get the glasses glare.
Quantum mechanics is easy.
You've activated my trap card.
You fool! You've activated my trap card. Plot armor engage. Torapakado open. That's literally how they say in the Japanese version. They just say everything in broken Japan English. I guess that's a thing I just invented.
You know what they don't say in the Japanese version? It's
What's
Shadow
that?
Realm.
Yeah. They just Yugi just straight up murders people in Japanese. What a shock.
Shadow Realm's pretty iconic though, even though it's made up. Fake shit.
Yeah, just like Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah.
It didn't really say, you know, if the creator had his card collection with him, he would have been able to float.
I gotta pull up the stream chat here.
Let's see if anyone gets that reference. Is it too soon, guys? I can never tell.
You know what we should do is, we need to stream Dokkan. Now,
No,
stay with me here, and that'll be the background to our Q&A stream. We would have to figure out a way to link up my gameplay.
You could just share your screen on here.
Yeah, I don't know how to get it on the PC though.
Oh,
I guess what I could do is I could put a capture card into it and then share that window. I guess, right?
That requires effort, Josh.
It does. I also don't have anything that's applicable with my phone to capture.
Jeez, Josh.
I don't know. I always find that the animations of Dokkan make good copyright-free background visuals.
Mm.
I guess you could just play like Dokkan animations on repeat. In case you didn't know, Michael, I'm a big fan of Dokkan Battle.
How much money does a big fan generate for Dokkan?
I could have become a landlord at this point.
I wouldn't be surprised by that revelation. And somebody asked about 210 times 2, and yes, we are 210 times 2 in the lot today. I can assure you of that. I know in this fandom nobody knows how to do math, but you know, maybe you'll figure it out along the way. But yeah, let's say hi to the chat, which I can read slightly better because I'm wearing glasses.
Chat.
Hi, chat. Hi, Geek Rican. Hi, Elizabeth. Can you even hear me? Like, I'm kind of far away from my microphone.
Sounds okay to me.
Hi, Kyogre's Hideout. Hi, Scotty Robinson. Scotty doesn't know that he and his girl, or How does that song go? I've seen Eurotrip like a million times, but I forgot how the song goes. Scotty doesn't know that his girlfriend and I fuck every day. I don't know how that song goes anymore.
That song, Mike.
You've never seen Eurotrip, Josh? Where Matt Damon sings a song about banging this guy's girlfriend right in front of him?
No.
And he's like dressed like a punk with a shaved head, and he has like tongue piercings and stuff. And there's like no reason Matt Damon's even in that movie. He's just in it for that one scene. I don't get it, but I love that movie. It's amazing. Also, let's see, Peter Ortiz. How you doing? You've been watching since high school. Thanks for making us feel old. I've known Josh since he was in high school.
I met you when I was 19.
Yeah, you stayed back a couple times.
Yeah, I did actually get held back in 2nd grade.
There's a lot of jokes I can make right now. I'm doing my best not to.
Yeah, they're probably all true.
Yeah, probably. But also, Kyogre's Hideout. He references my favorite scene from the Yu-Gi-Oh! Japanese version. Dora! Monster Kado! Dora!
Very good voice acting.
They take that series very seriously. A serious series, seriously. Indeed.
I made sure to wear a black shirt just to make it extra dark in here. I only want people to see my face.
You look like all those pedestrians I hit with my car right now. I mean, hypothetically. Okay, Phantom 89. You know, Ben Affleck was a bomb in Phantoms. Are you Ben Affleck? Because I want you on my channel. We could talk about whether or not J-Lo or Jennifer is better. But anyway, Mike, Sonic or Mario? Which one do you like more? I'm definitely more of a Mario fan. I mean, you might be able to tell, but I'm kind of a Nintendo fan.
Well, Mario actually has consistently good games, actually.
Yeah.
I mean, I was playing Sonic Adventure 2 the other day, and, I like that game, but it's dog shit.
Which one's Sonic Adventure 2?
No, I definitely like it, but it's a dog shit game.
Is that the one with the Chow Garden?
Yeah. Fucking great game, but total ass.
That makes sense. I mean, ass is great, though, so... It depends on who it's connected to.
A human centipede?
Well, then your mouth would be connected to it.
That wouldn't be good ass in that case. That would be terrifying.
Did human centipede popularize eating ass?
You know, people used to not talk about it before that movie.
Or just eating from ass?
Or that South Park episode where people are shoving food up their ass and then...
Yeah, and then pooping out their mouths. Great show. I don't know if anyone noticed, but that thing I have at the start, the whatever it's called, the disclaimer, is a reference to South Park. I just unfortunately...
Oh my god!
Unfortunately, I can't get... What are you, Macaulay Culkin? Have you been visiting Michael Jackson's house recently? That's where Macaulay learned how to do that iconic scream. But yeah, man, the alcohol's already hitting because I don't remember what I was just saying. But either way, I'm sure it was a good point.
Mike's half a beer in and he's already hammered.
That's what happens when you lose 100 pounds. Well, to be fair, it's not just a beer. I also have, what would you call Mountain Dew and vodka? Is there a name for that, or is it just hard Mountain Dew?
I guess just hard Mountain Dew, I don't know. Are you drinking it out of a thermos?
Let me see if I can get this to work.
Wait, are you?
Hold on. Damn it. Fuck you, quantum mechanics, and thermodynamics, and ceramics, and...
There's a lot of people looking forward to the Mario movie so far.
Yeah, I saw that. I don't know why. But yeah, speaking of, it's a me. Wait, I was going to do it correctly, unlike Chris Pratt.
Oh, wait, it's a me. A Mario. No, that's not the voice.
It's a me.
It's a me.
A Mario.
A Mario.
And then all of a sudden, also Bowser. No, Bowser!
You can't feel the metal.
Yeah. Can't destroy the metal.
Yeah, Bowser's going to sing Master Exploder.
That'd be pretty awesome.
You know, I could actually do the scream in that song pretty well.
Then do it, Josh.
Well, it's late.
Don't honey dick people is one of my favorite
I don't
channels
know.
likes
I've
to
been
say.
smoking for the last several years, and I haven't done it since then. And my voice isn't what it used to be.
So
One more.
Neo Brisket says, laughing stock's an ass guy. Laugh my ass off. It's kind of funny that you said it laugh my ass off in the same sentence. I appreciate that writing style. But anyway, that's not true. I'm a total package guy. And I do have a
Like
total
penis.
package. Oh, come on.
Packages.
Damn it, Josh. Why do you gotta interrupt my jokes? You're almost as bad as Juan when it comes to interruptions.
Well, if I'm not the worst, I'm okay still.
He does it every 6 words.
Mike.
He interrupts himself. You guys should see whenever I edit a video I would do with Black and Fist. He would literally like interrupt himself constantly. So the video would be like twice as long and I would have to edit it down gigantically.
Speaking of being repetitive and interrupting, but not really interrupting, but just being repetitive. I was talking to
What are you saying,
somebody.
Josh?
All right.
Also, someone says that Mountain Dew and vodka is called Mount Vodka. You're on par, Neo Brisk. I like you so far.
It's a good thing to say. I agree.
I don't know. I'm getting spam bots.
I'm sure.
We made it
I'm
when
sure
we get
those
those
are
sex
real
bots.
messages in the chat.
Bye bye.
Sounds like we get to get laid tonight, Mike.
Yeah, right. Have you seen what I'm wearing, Josh? You think that this is a chick magnet right here?
Anyways, I was talking to a guy this past weekend. I think he got nervous talking to a bunch of people because there was other people in the conversation, and he basically started off his next conversation after getting interrupted. He said, "Yeah, so anyways, I was gonna. Yeah, so anyways, I was gonna. Yeah, so when he said
Yeah.
yes 3 times in a fucking round." He just like I don't know. It must have been like a nervous tick. He just 10 seconds of yeah. So anyways,
Hmm.
I thought that was interesting.
Yeah. So, anyways,
Yeah. So anyways, guys, you know.
the Mario movie. I don't know what I was expecting. I don't know why. Actually,
It's me, I'm Mario.
I keep talking when you start doing that. You're interrupting me with your thing that maybe I'd want to clip, Josh, but then I can't because you're, interrupting yourself. It's like fourth dimension.
We should have Juan in here. We should have Juan in here.
That's like my fucking what is it? My Donald Duck
You can
impression.
you can still make that joke. You just have to clip it. Take a space and then clip it still.
Does this work? I have a picture. Is this better than you looking at our horrifyingly disfigured faces? Sorry, I shouldn't speak for Josh. My beautiful face and Josh's horrible.
You know, it's funny. I've heard the same complaint for all of my exes.
Well, then you should
Like,
stop
what the
horribly
fuck is wrong with
disfiguring
your
them.
face? Josh, did you summon for Pan? Of course I did not.
No, that's Quaman's favorite. Didn't you see the hottest women in Dragon Ball and then he picked Pan as the number one? We should just channel Geekdom 101, just have this one picture here and talk over it.
Well, it's funny because they actually made Pan like one of the best units in Dokkan, but it's GT Pan, so.
Jesus. Cole Phelps, you always ask very interesting questions.
I actually like the questions. I think they're funny.
What's your guys' opinion on Chris Pratt and what if he had 6 penises and married Freeze in the Mario movie?
Well, it's not a what if he has 6 penises. He definitely has 6 penises. That's a given.
I'm gonna be honest. I really like Chris Pratt. I don't know why so many people hate him.
There must be some behind the scenes stuff.
I guess it's because he's a conservative Christian in 2022. But I mean, the guy married Arnold Schwarzenegger's daughter. You know, he's got to be like a badass to survive the walls of the Schwarzenegger.
You know what would have been more badass is if he married Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, but then he would have his dick broken off. Or he would
6
just die.
penises.
Yeah, his 6. He would put all 6 in at once, and they'd
His-
all be shattered by the glutes.
His 6 confusingly large penises.
You know, that's Willem Dafoe.
Yeah.
I wonder if Chris Pratt's related to Willem Dafoe.
I don't think so. Dennis Leary is.
Very, very.
Pull up Dennis
distinct.
Leary and Willem Dafoe for me.
Okay.
As we
Okay.
get started talking about a Mario.
Dennis.
You know, Keegan Michael Key's Toad honestly sounded good though.
That was the only one who sounded good in that trailer to me.
Yeah, like the little bit of Luigi sounds like Charlie Day. I mean, we really don't know till we see the whole thing, but you know, it's a Mario.
So here's Dennis Leary and Willem Dafoe. And they certainly do kind of look alike.
Which one's the same? Which one's which?
And Willem Dafoe looks like Dennis Leary if you put him in the microwave.
There was one picture I saw where I got confused.
I don't even know who some of these people are. So apparently Dennis Leary...
Dennis Delirious.
Dennis Delirious looks like Jamie Lannister. I wonder if that means he also fucks his sister.
That picture, they look a little bit like the. Well, I'm watching the stream. This is the problem.
Yeah, there's like that delay.
But they're not usually. They don't look alike. But when I saw the Amazing Spider-Man, like when that first came out in 2012. Granted, I was like 17 at the time. I remember saying, because Dennis Leary was, you know, Gwen Stacy's dad, right? Whatever his fucking name is.
Mm-hmm.
I said to my friend at the time, like, wow, they got the guy that played Green Goblin in this movie. And I was serious. Just misremembered, I guess.
Yeah, here it was in that.
Have you seen the pictures of Willem Dafoe that is just in Joker makeup?
Yep, I saw that video too.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. It's like, why did just do it?
Because they're fucking stupid with the
It's
people
like
who run
the
DC.
most perfect casting.
Yeah, there you go. Boom, perfect. Boom, perfect.
Now look
Literally
up Dennis Leary.
The most.
Dennis Leary Joker.
I wouldn't be surprised if someone did it.
Yeah.
It's all very Sonic related. Oh, I mean Mario.
See, I'm so far behind because I'm watching the stream. I don't see. You're not sharing screen on there.
All the pictures of Dennis Leary Joker come up as fucking Willem Dafoe.
Well, there's no difference.
Yeah.
It all comes full circle, Mike.
One's wearing makeup. The ironic thing is that Willem Dafoe always looks like Joker. He just puts on human makeup like Jack Nicholson in the first Batman movie.
That's right.
But yeah, Phantom 89. Have you ever thought of letting fans on the stream? Like I said, if you're Ben Affleck, you can come on the stream anytime.
That one picture with like Willem Dafoe's the Arkham Joker.
Yeah.
That looks so like accurate to like the Arkham Asylum Joker.
Yeah.
Wow.
I would like to see Mark Hamill play the Joker, but I just don't think he would have the physical appearance for it. You know, like he has a great voice, but I don't know if he would ever like fit. Like every time I've seen him play a similar character, like the Trickster or whatever in the Arrowverse, he doesn't really look like the Joker. So
Well, he's just not in shape.
well, there's that too. He definitely put on some pounds over the years, that's for sure.
Which is okay, you know, you can.
Putting on pounds that's for ladies, Josh. I mean, I lift the pounds. Where's my weights?
Speaking
I'm
of
trying to
lifting,
show
I went
them.
to the gym for the first time in 3 years today.
Jesus. Oh, I mean, congratulations. Why do you go to the gym, Josh?
Just to have fun. I want to lose
To
some
look
weight
at the
again.
women while they're running down the treadmill?
There was no girls there today.
That's
Nope. I
disappointing.
had to drool over the guys.
Don't you always do that?
No, I just you know, I haven't gone to the gym in 3 years, so I figured it's probably about time to get back into it, you know?
I got to go to the gym and lift the weights and pick. What is it? I lift things up and I put them down. But yeah, back to Mario, which is totally related to everything we've been saying somehow. I'm sure that everything we've said includes words that are or letters that are in the name Mario. See, I did it. But anyway, yeah, I like Chris Pratt as an actor and I guess as a person. He definitely seems like he'd be cool to hang out with and, go hunting with and drink beers or whatever the fuck he likes to do. But he's not a good voice for Mario, as far as we know. We've heard 0.025 seconds of it, which means that I'm an expert and can perfectly judge everything now. And yeah, I don't think that his voice works because it's not Mario. It's maybe slight New York accent. Josh, you're an expert on New York accents. What do you feel about Chris Pratt's Mario voice?
It's a me, a Mario. You know what? I'm not gonna bring up the French dub because I think we all know about it.
Yeah.
That was very good too, obviously.
Voila!
It seemed like he's trying to make it different just to make it different. There were comments before the movie, or before this trailer came out, he said this was going to be a totally different voice from what you've ever heard. It's just no good. I mean, even the old animated cartoon is better. Even though I've heard, 0.5 seconds of dialogue.
Yeah,
I'm not saying the old cartoon was good, but like, that would have been more acceptable. They could have just gotten, Charles Martinet or...
Yeah, the real voice actor. Yeah, I don't know if it's Martinet or Martinet.
Gabbity-goop.
It's a me, a Mario. See, my voice is better than fucking Chris Pratt's right now. Let's go! Wah! Woohoo! Whippy! I actually have... My friend's dad is from Italy. He could literally voice Mario. He'd probably do it for like 1/100th, which is 1% for anyone who knows math, of the price, and do a much better and more authentic job. But Chris Pratt is a bigger actor, I guess. I know he basically just does Amazon movies these days, but he seems like he's a bigger actor, so I guess they wanted to shove him in there along with Jack Black as I almost said Jack Black as Joker. Imagine that.
And Mario with Frieza.
One Mark Hamill. That is a missed opportunity. Mark Hamill, if he did the voice of Frieza, that would have been pretty amazing. And actually, there have been videos I've seen where people like did his voice, like they replaced whatever the hell the guy's name is that does it now, and he did a good job. What a shock! It sounded like Joker because all his voices always sound like Joker, but he did a good job.
My favorite Joker was Jared Leto.
Lay me down, bury me.
I'm a big fan of his cult.
Yeah, the cult of 30 seconds to Kool-Aid.
You know about his cult, right?
Yeah, I know all about Jared Leto's cult. I escaped. I mean, hypothetically. I mean, doesn't he say it's Morbin time a lot?
Yeah. You know what's funny is that, isn't he like 50 or 51 or something like that? He looks younger than both of us.
Well, that's because he's a fucking vampire.
He looks younger than both of us. I'm going to be 27 next month, and he definitely looks younger than me.
So you want me to kill you next month, Josh, so you can be in that club?
I'm definitely going to join his cult. It's not a club. It's a lifestyle.
You can let him finish the job for you. He'll drink your blood, and then his movie will like bomb horribly at the box office.
It's more than Ted.
It's weird. He doesn't even say that in the movie. Like to be fair, I did see it on a plane, so there's a chance I couldn't hear everything over the incredibly loud noise of me screaming. But he definitely didn't say that in the movie, to my knowledge. And I was paying very close attention because I was so horrified by how terrible that movie was.
I'm sure you weren't stoned.
I mean, I was on a plane, so probably if it was going there, then yeah. If it was coming back, then no, because it isn't easy to acquire such a thing. Actually, it's very easy to acquire.
Behind your ear.
It's actually really easy to acquire that in Vegas. There's actually bars you can go to. I went to one called
You can keep talking. I'm not interrupting you.
I'm so taken aback by the amazing animation of those microtransactions on display.
I rainbowed them too for any of the folks out there that understand Dokkan. That was not a inexpensive decision.
It's Morbin time. Dun 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 dun. Wait, no. But yeah, it's time to morb. Like literally every song you go on by 30 Seconds to Mars, it's just nothing but Jared Leto memes now too. Like every comment is like, this is one of the songs of all time. Is one of the big ones. I'm guessing maybe he said something like that. I don't know. I kind of like that one song he sang. That's about it. And I also like the fact that the music video is like The Shining. That's because I've seen The Shining like 10 million times, and also every single video on YouTube, and also on Netflix with the documentaries about supposedly all the conspiracy theories of The Shining, which is way more interesting of a topic to me than the new Mario movie, which is why I'm still talking about everything other than the Mario movie. It's like, do you ever see the Red Letter Media review of the Star Wars Christmas special, where they just literally talked about everything other than the Star Wars Christmas special for an hour, and they're like, this is fucking horrible, can we please stop talking about it? Yeah. That's like most movies nowadays, actually. But yeah, the new Mario movie, even like, so the thing is with the regard to the
Mike.
So with regard to the trailer, one of the things is that I keep hearing the same things over and over. Oh, it looks really good except for the voice of Mario. I also disagree with all of that because I have been playing Mario since I was a little kid. In fact, if you look over here, you could see that I still have my Super Nintendo and all of my Mario games from when I was a kid. Also the N64. Literally every generation I played every Mario game, including the horrible ones like Mario is Missing, where you have to guess geography to find him, which was basically the original Luigi's Mansion. I think that was only on the PC too. Maybe it was on the SNES. But yeah, no, I don't agree. Like, not only do I not like any of the voices except for Keegan-Michael Key. They look very similar, I'm sure. But yeah, either way, I think he does a really good job as Toad, even though you could tell that they used auto-tune basically on his voice. But Jack Black as Bowser, I don't really like his voice in any of the scenes. He doesn't sound like Bowser to me. Even like the scene in the beginning, like Bowser to me sounds like, I'm Bowser and I'm here to destroy you. He doesn't sound like, I am Bowser, I will defeat you. That's Jack Black. And he definitely sounds like Jack Black when he gets the power star and he's like, no one can stop me. It's like, that's not what Bowser sounds like. Maybe when he was like a kid, he would sound like that, but not when he's like, who the fuck knows how old Bowser is. But I don't like his voice. I'm waiting for Peach. Yeah, it sounds like me every time I clear my throat.
So, while doing my daily...
But yeah, I don't like the voices, but that's not even the issue. Like, everyone always... Fucking humanity, Josh. I mean, they always miss everything, don't they? And when it comes to this trailer, literally everything else is the issue, too. Where is Mario coming from? And why doesn't he know what the Mushroom Kingdom is? Why is all the humor stupid and like it's made for like 5-year-olds, like even, well, dumb 5-year-olds, let's be honest. When we were kids, the humor was a lot better in kids' films, like, oh, Mario, don't touch that mushroom. It's really bad. It's going to kill you. Oh, actually, that's fine. You could totally touch this mushroom. Oh,
even the snowball gag was
that was stupid. Like, it's, like, this is, we really have it. I know you haven't seen that movie yet, even though I've told you 2 million times, but you really should watch Idiocracy, Josh, because that's literally what we live in now. There was a lot of actual funny stuff in the Mario games. Like, my favorite Mario games are actually the Paper Mario games, and they actually have a lot of really funny stuff. Like, Mario, every time there's, like, dialogue, Mario falls asleep, and then he pretends he heard everything that they were saying. Like, there's so many funny jokes in the Mario games, and instead we get the stupid 2022 humor that Josh has to fucking inebriate himself just to be able to get through this conversation. And thus, so do I, actually, because, everything is just really dumb so far. And the Mario voice, that's obviously the thing that people are latching onto because it's the most bare minimum surface level shit that we see, but nonetheless it is still an issue. And it is one of those things like Sonic where if they delayed this movie like a month just to have Chris Pratt come in and actually do a Mario voice, or which they've already given him millions of dollars, they're not going to have him do the voice. So it's rum and coke. I actually had some really good rum when I was in the Dominican Republic. That was, I think it was called Mama Juana, which is really similar to something that I smoke every day. But, it
I
wasn't
think
really.
these podcasts are much more beneficial if people are cross-faded like we are.
What? You know, it was funny. I went to like that wedding yesterday, and people kept telling me they thought I looked like Keanu Reeves when I had my like hair without the gel in it, because it was like kind of down a little bit, and I was like, no, I don't have the surfer voice, and I was doing Keanu Reeves impressions the whole day. I kept walking up to people. I was like, with a fucking pencil. Whoa.
Wake the fuck up, samurai. I can't talk right now. I'm making piss.
No, so what if you can see the darkest side
Just think
of
of
me?
any early 2000s like edgy song.
I'm gonna be honest.
Wake me up, wake me up, wake me up.
I'm gonna be honest, guys. I like 3 Days Grace.
You son of a bitch.
You fucking. Anyway.
Your fucking balls are gonna explode.
Yeah, it's called Intercourse. I've heard about it. I've read about it in textbooks.
If anyone's making a video game, I would like to be your arena announcer. Double kill.
That needs to be one. Beautiful friends, you're fucking dead.
Fatality.
You're a killing machine like a Shinzo Ningen. And yes, I agree with you, Kyogre's Hideout, 1,000-Year Door. Oh, fuck. Sorry, Phantom, I hid your comment by accident because I'm drunk. But anyway, who said that? Oh, Kyogre's Hideout. Just to let you know, Groudon's better. But anyway, I do actually prefer 1,000-Year Door. I think it's basically a 10 out of 10 game. And anyone who doesn't think so is wrong, objectively.
I think everyone thinks that's the best one, right? Otherwise, you're a fucking idiot. It's like the people that think, like
first
GTA
Terminator
3 is better than San Andreas. It's like that. It's like what?
Yeah, I barely played 3 to be honest.
It's like thinking Halo 4 is better than Halo 2.
Even though Halo 4 is underrated. Says
Well,
the guy who's played
I
it
don't
one
think
time.
It's underrated, but
Says the guy who's played it one time about 6 months ago.
I got max rank in it on the 360, and I played on the MCC, but not too much. But I played a lot on the 360 for Halo 4.
I wanted to play Halo 5 on the MCC, and then that didn't happen.
Well, it came out. MCC came out before Halo 5. It
Why
actually gave you the Halo 5 beta.
Why couldn't they add it to it afterward and just charge you more?
I don't.
Come on, Bungie.
Yeah. Come on, Infinity Ward.
Come on, come on, Obsidian.
Speaking of Infinity Ward, I can't remember if I told you I played Modern Warfare 2, the new one. I remember when I was 14 and Modern Warfare 2 came out on the 360. But the new one, I played the beta and it was really nice. I liked it a lot.
I'm not supposed to drink. What am I, a Mormon?
You can't drink. We're on YouTube.
Fuck that. Fuck YouTube.
What beer is that? Or can you not say for what would it be for sponsorship reasons? You know, like everyone has the bottles turned around. You're not endorsing it.
Icolab Multra.
Must be a brand you came up with.
I mean, it begins with my first letter. Well, actually, now that I think about it, it does have... How do I do this where you can not read it? It does have... Oh, shit, it's mirrored, isn't it, Josh?
No.
It's probably mirrored on the stream, though. But it does have the first so many letters of my name. M-I-C-H... And then you could put an E if you forget the A. And then there's an L.
A Mario.
It's a me, Mario. I should have voiced Mario. I could have done just as good as Chris Pratt. Let's go.
Yeah, pull up that guy. Let me see if I can find the video.
Wow.
Keep talking. Pretend I'm not here.
Yippee.
Oh, that's a strong rum and coke.
Yippee! It's working! It's working!
It was like almost half and half, so
Why are you drinking coffee?
it's 40%. Of course, I had my Yukon Jack last night. That's the 50%.
Let me throw. Oh shit!
Shots of that.
Where's my recycling bin? I was gonna throw the beer bottle like Mike from Laughingstock. I mean, Red Letter Media. Totally no similarity in my name to their channel. What the fuck happened to my recycling bin? I've been robbed, and they stole the least valuable thing in
Throw
this
it at
room.
your guitar.
No.
Hey, you gotta do it slow.
Yeah, that's another thing they did in the. Remember, we were
said to
making
my other
jokes.
friend, they fucking did the most cliche music thing where they played a Mario theme, slow mo, piano, the cringiest thing possible. They also like I noticed in the Bowser scene.
Dun 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 dun.
In the Bowser scene where he's fighting those penguins, they use the well, I guess you could call as the most attractive, one of the most attractive color combos for like people to like
Orange and
visually
blue?
see. Yeah,
I know, Josh.
I don't mind seeing the combo, but it's like that along with everything else, you know.
It's a cliche, yeah.
Some video games pull it off nice.
People love generic mediocrity these days, Josh. Movies are so fucking horrible now that if you have something mediocre, they think it's great.
Yeah.
I mean, look at the Sonic movie that you saw 5 times.
I need to get
How many times did you leave the theater to go take a dump during the Hawaii scenes?
Oh my god, those are so bad. It sucks because literally any scenes with all the characters on it, like all the Sonic characters, were great.
Yeah, I love when they go to like the Aztec place. I was like, this is Sonic. This is like an actual Sonic game in real life now. But everything in Hawaii was just cringe. Like, especially when they're trying to, huh?
I don't think it's getting better than Sonic 2.
No.
I actually like Sonic 2 quite a bit besides those human parts.
Overall, I think I like the first one more, but the scenes where it was more like the game were better than anything in the first game or movie.
Anything with Knuckles was fucking badass. Imagine how they're gonna do Shadow. Spoilers.
Yeah. Tails was great too. He sounded just like Tails.
Yeah.
And
I don't mind
like
Sonic's voice either. I mean, Sonic's always got different voices, but
now, here's the thing. Do you think that they actually changed what Tails looked like from the original version, or do you think they only changed Sonic? Because it would have been weird if like Tails looked exactly like he did in the game, but Sonic still looked like that horrible mutant.
yeah, they must have had some concept designs for him early on, so I'm not sure.
Or they just like after the fan backlash, they just like created that scene in the computer and they put it in there.
I think Tails' design was done after the backlash, so they already knew what Sonic's new design was going to be before they started designing Tails.
And yeah, I wouldn't be surprised, John Malkovich. That's totally what your name is. They probably are going to be making a Zelda movie eventually. Well, excuse me, princess. I can't wait to hear that 15 times. No, I don't think that they have the ability to make a good Zelda movie at this point. Like, I could do it because I'm, totally the best person ever at making everything. But anyway,
I'll be the Link.
Like, imagine if they actually made a real Zelda series or like movie with him never talking. Like, and most of the movie is just him like riding around solving like puzzles and like fighting monsters, and there's like no dialogue. Like, how amazing would that be? Yeah. It would be like the end of Predator, like where it's just Arnold and the Predator, and there's like no dialogue, and he's fighting the Predator. Yeah. Like, imagine, or like the beginning of Riddick. Everyone like the Riddick movies, I think, are pretty underrated. They're like really entertaining, but for like the first half hour of Riddick, there's barely any dialogue. It's just him surviving, and that should have been the entire movie anyway. But just imagine Zelda like that. Imagine a lot of these games.
There's that one Adult Swim show, I think it's called Primal or something like that.
Oh yeah, it was made by a guy who made Samurai Jack and the Clone Wars cartoon.
Dialogue.
Gendy Tartakovsky.
I think it's just cavemen raping dinosaurs.
You mean like it was in real life?
Yeah, we fought alongside dinosaurs and rode them as pets.
Yeah. And then we used them as a garbage disposal, and they said, "Yeah, it's a living."
I haven't actually seen that show, but I'm sure it's fucking incredible.
Yeah, it's on Hobo Max, so I have it
Where
on
the
my
fuck that is.
my
You know, I'm
queue.
getting sick of all these goddamn fucking streaming services. I was sick of them 2 years ago. And I was telling my friend earlier, I said, none of these fucking streaming services would have existed if it wasn't for COVID. Because the only reason they came out is because the theaters shut down. They needed somewhere to launch their fucking their entertainment. They had to come up with these services so they wouldn't have to put it on Netflix or Amazon Prime or what else was there, Hulu, and that was it. Those were the three.
I
Those were
see
the
your
three. And now we have what? 330, 300, 3 million fucking streaming services.
yes.
And you want to know fucking what? It's all because of that goddamn Wuhan Weezer.
The Kung Flu, as I like to hear it called, as a certain base person called it one time.
And I never subscribed to a single one of those. But listen, the theaters are going to be dead within 5 years. There's not going to be any more besides maybe some of those family-owned ones where they can just put up anything in the theater. But all these fucking streaming services never would have existed if the theaters never went away. No one's putting their shit on TV. They took all their stuff off of Netflix that they were already streaming and put it on their new services. And now they're continuing to just make the entertainment on there. And that's why I don't watch anything anymore. It's too complicated.
Yeah. So what you're saying is that Hollywood created the COOF, and they did it just so that they could create their own streaming services and make us watch them.
Yeah. I think
Alex
that,
Jones was
Hollywood
right.
Is Fauci.
Yeah. I've never seen them in the same place at the same time.
No, never. But that's it though. Like you can't tell me these streaming services would exist. Not at this level.
No,
Like maybe we would have gotten a Disney Plus eventually, something like that. But that wasn't a thing before, was it?
they took advantage of the horrible situation, which people tend to do. It's the Ozymandias effect.
I like the idea of putting the entertainment up on online platforms like Netflix or Hulu because
Speaking of
how else are they going to get it
Ozymandias.
out there? Just hold on to them until theaters open up. But I don't like that idea, and I guess it probably created jobs. Look on the bright side, probably made a lot of jobs.
Why can't I point to this?
Pokeball.
There's my Watchmen comic. You just can't see it.
Your Wii U.
Hey mom, let's go. Me and this girl are gonna go in my basement and play with my Wii.
Yeah.
You can't say that with the Wii U.
You've never had a girl in there.
In my basement? You don't hear the screaming?
You've never had a girl down there without involving rope.
or chloroform. Or mustard gas. Yeah. There was that thing at the start for a reason. But yeah, how can you donate to me? I don't know why super chats don't go through. Maybe you don't have the valid credit card on here. I used to have Patreon, but then I got rid of it. So I don't know. Maybe I'll put a PayPal on here at some point.
I think they're asking to donate to me, Mike, not you.
I didn't know your name was Mike. Or you.
Yeah, they misspelled my name.
I mean, you is similar to Josh. Josh did begin with a Y in ancient Middle Eastern countries. That Okay, I'm not gonna make that joke. There's so many jokes I could make. Then I would definitely be canceled.
Hey, if you want to donate to me, just don't even fuck around with money or Bitcoin. I just want to get sent Dragon Stones directly.
Yeah, I'm sure Josh can give you his account.
I had something this is actually embarrassing for anyone that plays any of these mobile games. I have a very good guild in Dragon Ball Legends. And I was off of Legends for 2 weeks, Mike. My dog had to put my dog down last month, and I just wasn't really feeling like playing any games. I mean, I was still playing Dokkan,
It's not a real game.
I wasn't playing Legends really. I was just kind of having a hard time. I had a dog for a long, long time, 14 years. So, anyways, I was off of Legends for 2 weeks, maybe 3. I log back in. I'm drinking. I'm like, I got a really good buzz going. I'm ready to play some PvP. Go to check my guild. And since I was inactive for so long, I was no longer the guild leader, and it had moved on to somebody else automatically.
They didn't say anything to you?
I mean, the game tells you that, but it just I lost track of time, and now some guy that has like a really weak account that never plays has the guild, and it just really knocked the wind out of my sails. You know, I got right off of that game. Let me tell you, I didn't play.
Yeah, I've been like that with games too. Like there are some games I play. I mean, I play card games that also involve microtransactions. I usually just don't give money, like Hearthstone and that's mostly what I play. I stopped playing Magic and Yu-Gi-Oh for the most part. I just collect them now. And the thing is like when I play a game for years and years and I put so much time and effort into it and then you just get fucked every time a new meta comes out, I hate it. Pinky's out. So what joke did we say that caused everyone to leave Deep Freezer?
Oh, SpongeBob, why?
Why?
Yo, the fucking everything before the movie is like so fucking iconic and memorable.
Yeah, I don't think that.
We need some wheels.
It's kind of like that with The Simpsons too. Like
Oh,
most
it's
of the
the exact
seasons
same
leading up to
situation.
that wasn't as good as like the originals, but after the movie, it just was done. It was dead.
That movie was great in theaters. I saw both of those movies in theaters, SpongeBob and The Simpsons.
I don't think I
10
saw
when
a
I saw
SpongeBob
SpongeBob
one
and
there,
12
but
when The
yeah.
Simpsons.
When did the SpongeBob movie come out? 2005?
Yep.
Huh. Wow. Time flies. Almost 20 years ago.
Yeah, my dad actually well, I'm not going to say this.
Oh, girlfriend in the
I
basement.
might have had a sneak peek at the film somehow, but I'm not going to say how that may have happened.
I did the same thing with Revenge of the Shit. And, the quality of it was shit when I watched it, and there were scenes that repeated, but it was still pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Actually, the best movie I ever saw before theaters was X-Men Origins Wolverine, because the special effects weren't done yet.
Well, we got to fact check something, Mike.
What?
Gnarly's saying 2004. Is that for SpongeBob? That can't be right. Come on, we can't be wrong.
I'm ready! I'm
Fact checking this.
ready!
Hold it up, Jamie.
When you pull it up, Josh?
What I'm doing, I'm fact checking this.
I'm not Jamie. I'm Joe Rogan. Have you ever,
Shit.
Have you ever...
2004. I was
Have you
9.
ever... Wait, you were born in 95 or 94?
November 6, 1995.
YouTube's not receiving enough video to maintain smooth stream. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with YouTube. There's always some issue when we're streaming. Like, they tell us that, there might be buffering and blah, blah, blah. I have good internet. I fucking stream for a living, at my job. And it's like, every time I do YouTube, suddenly there's an issue. I wonder why. I wonder why there's always an issue with me doing YouTube. It has to be my fault, right, YouTube? It can't be yours. Can't be Susan. Would you not gonna work here anymore? Did you ever see Office Space?
You're fired.
Have you ever seen Office Space?
Yes, but a while back, so I don't remember all the jokes, but I do remember a good chunk.
It's another great Mike Judge movie. It's funny when I was first yeah, he did Office Space, Beavis and Butthead, Idiocracy, Extract, which is okay, but Office Space is like a 9 or a 10 for me. And then that's the movie where it's like the guy who used to be in, I don't know if, did you ever watch the Drew Carey show? Okay, there was like the redneck, long-haired friend who lives next door to him, like at the other apartment. He's like, hey, so what would you do if you had $1 million? I'll tell you what I would do. 2 chicks at the same time. And that's like, he's super serious about it. And he's like, that's it? You would only do that? He's like, you don't need $1 million for that. And he's like, well, I figured that any girls that would double up on me would have to do it in that case, Like, he's basically saying that he's like putting himself down. But he also did the voice of Batman. I don't know if most people know that in The Brave and the Bold. It was a pretty entertaining show. You actually look a little bit like him, Josh, but you look like a lot of generic white guys with black hair. I've come to realize I've come to realize that. I always see people that's like, hey, is that Josh? And
Look
then
what
I'm
color
like,
my hair is.
black. Probably because it's like, you know.
There any grays? You could probably see some grays.
I don't know. I don't know if I have any grays yet. I don't know if I'm cool enough to have gray hair. I've actually considered dyeing my hair black. My beard too, obviously, to match.
Yeah, you should dress up as a goth thotty for Halloween.
A thoughty,
An
like the
e-thought.
yeah.
You might need to do a little bit of work to get there, Mike, but
I don't know. I already have pecs.
I think I have bigger boobs than you now.
Well, yeah, in terms of BFP. I'll give you a minute to figure that out. Stream's been super smooth so far. Then YouTube is lying to me. What a shock. It's not like they've never done that before.
Well, it is run by a woman, and women are natural liars. I'm sure any women that are watching this stream are very, very truthful, though.
What are you talking about, Josh? No women watch this stream.
Well,
They tune in, they're like, ah, and they immediately leave.
you know, people can identify as whatever they want, Mike. We don't know.
I identify as someone who doesn't agree with that statement.
There could be a jet ski in the chat for all I know.
Yeah, there's
So let's
there's
watch
someone who
about what we
identifies
say.
there's someone who identifies as Abraham Lincoln, and he's still trying to write that Emancipation Proclamation.
I identify as someone who can't be canceled. So let me just say this.
I'm gonna say the N-word.
I'm gonna say the N-word.
Nitroglycerin.
Mike
what-
from Laughingstock Media, how are you doing, my nephew? Let's move on. Before one of us makes a mistake.
Phantom 89. Wait, Mike, are you Irish or just a ginger?
Are you Irish or just don't have any soul whatsoever?
Any skin pigmentation whatsoever?
Are you in
I
a
don't know.
chemical accident?
Yes, Batman. Yes, Batman. No. Yeah. So this movie looks like shit, and I'm still gonna go see it because I'm a glutton for punishment. But I don't know if I'm gonna see it on streaming or in the theater. I don't know what streaming service it's gonna be on because who knows with Nintendo. But
The streaming service they're gonna come out with.
Oh God.
They can bundle it with the Nintendo Online.
Actually,
And,
now that I
like,
think
they can
about
go
it,
to
I feel
the
like you actually can get movies on the Switch store. I don't know why anyone would do that, but I think you can.
I'm gonna watch the Mario movie on one of those Game Boy Advance movie cartridges.
Yeah, I remember those.
Well, they were like what, 110p,
Probably, yeah.
compressed even further than that.
And this is to compress even further beyond. And this is to plagiarize even further beyond. Finn. It'd be nice if people like clip our streams in the future.
You don't want to
Again.
clip it yourself?
No.
Too busy
That would,
working?
that would require like a second of editing.
Yeah,
and,
someone could clip it and upload it on their channel.
Yeah, Josh. They could.
That's permission.
From you. I didn't realize we were streaming on your channel, Josh, from Dragon Ball Nation.
Hey, I'm just saying what I would do.
Yeah, that's what he would do according to Josh.
Yep. You should clip it though.
Yeah.
Somebody. And then send it to Mike, I guess.
I don't know how that would work necessarily.
Is there a marijuana cigarette? Oh, it's a pipe.
There's nothing, Josh, because they could see this picture of Mario right now.
I don't see anything.
It's because you're not looking at the stream.
I'm trying to look at you in real time.
And no, Phantom, I'm not a ginger. I don't understand why people like to call me that because I don't have red hair. I have reddish beard, but I am what is that? White. You know, I know it's shocking.
You're black?
No, you are. That's why, you know, it's so dark in your room. But that's only your soul, Josh. That's just your soul, which is a thing that you wear. Did you like Super Mario Land 2? Let's see. Super Mario Land 2. Is that the one with the radishes? Or is that Super Mario Brothers 2? These are the questions we have to ask.
Super Mario Land 2 is... No, is that naming right? Super Mario Land is the Game Boy game.
All right.
I didn't know there was a Super Mario Land 2. Let me look it up and refresh.
I think there might be a few of them. Actually, they came out with one a little while ago, too, which was Super Mario 3D Land. That was decent.
Yeah.
I don't like the 3DS, like... I hate motion controls. I'm gonna be honest. I've always hated motion controls. Like on the Wii, on the Wii U, on the 3DS. Like I don't want to be bothered moving shit around. I just want to like, you know, play a game and just press buttons and sit on my couch and not be bothered. You know, like I hate having to move stuff. And you know, for someone like me, which I don't know if you guys could tell, but my hands are not the steadiest. It's more frustrating too. And that's not because of alcohol either. I just got the shit under the genetics, which, you know, explains why I was fat for so long, too. I mean, I still think I'm fat, but,
sounds
you know,
like you're using a lot of fucking excuses.
You know, people are like, Mike, you look great. And I'm like, 20 pounds will make a difference for me.
I don't see what's under the shirt.
You don't want to.
Well, people say I look great and that I'm not fat at all, but I weighed myself when I was at the gym today, and I'm 225.
How many decades older than you were they when they say that? Josh is totally
That's 100 pounds right there.
Yeah.
Super Mario Land 2 is a Game Boy game, by the way. There was a sequel. I didn't realize. I hadn't realized they did a sequel to that.
Phantom89 just said, I'm black from the waist down.
Yeah.
I get that a lot, too. I also hear I'm Jewish where it counts.
A black baby, maybe.
That rhymes. Well, look at the times. It's a me, Gardatrace. Yeah, that's a great Chris Pratt impression.
There are these shoes in Dying Light 2 that when you jump 3 times in a row, it makes you do like the triple jump from Mario 64. And the shoes are called It's a Me, Marion.
Who's Marion?
That's funny. They're just red shoes that they're red shoes too, which are weird because Mario's shoes are obviously brown.
Maybe they're referencing Sonic and Mario at the same time.
It'd be cool if they made you super fast and gave you a triple jump.
Yeah, but they also give you AIDS, so that's kind of a trade-off.
Hey, a lot of cool people have had AIDS.
Yeah, like everyone Magic Johnson had sex with.
Hey, he doesn't have AIDS anymore.
He injected the cash directly into his bloodstream.
That's right. No, but seriously though, like I've read that he does not like have it. It's not traceable at all in him.
How tall are you, Gardatrace? I feel like I remember you being tall. Like you're taller than me, right? Gotta be like 6 something.
I'm 6
No, Josh is like 6'1", even though he says 6 foot because he's rounding down.
Yeah, I think I might be 6'1", but I'm gonna say 6 foot. I like to be humble.
Geek Rican says he's 250. I used to be 3, so trust me, I know how it feels. And just drop that shit. You know, like I was off my diet for weeks and I gained some weight again, but then I went right back on the diet and I was under 200 and it felt nice. How many decades has it been since you could say that, Josh?
It's been a century.
Okay, Gardatrace, you're 6 foot. So are you rounding down like Josh, or are you rounding up like everyone who says they're 5'11"? They're actually like 5'4". You ever see that meme? 5'11", 6 foot, and the guy's like, you know, it's like Vern Troyer and Shaq. Like that's the thing. A lot of people just round up to 5'11". I'm like, I don't know, 5'10", 5'11". Like I don't care about height. Like I've, you
Of course you
know,
don't. You're already short.
no,
You might as well not care about it.
I'm taller than a man. That's all that matters. But you know, I don't know. Like I don't mind. Like I don't really care. Like I don't mind. Like the thing is too. Like a lot of guys are intimidated by women that are tall. I'm not. Like this one girl recently that I really liked, and who like every woman I've ever liked broke my heart. She was over 6 feet tall, and I was totally into that. I was totally for that. She Hulk. She came up to me and she's like 6'9". I'd be like, "How's it going? I hate your show, but I also don't really care for your personality and how judgmental and condescending you are and how you're just you act that way. But you know, maybe I would get coffee with you if you weren't a bitch. But anyway, Geek Freak and 5'11", so we're about the same height probably.
Phantom 89's 5'3". Poor guy.
How do you know it's not a woman, Josh? Did you
Well,
just
that's a okay height for a girl.
did you just assume they them gender?
You might have more than one gender though. You don't know that.
Oh shit! I just assumed that they're binary. Good God, Mother of God.
I'm just kidding, by the way, Phantom 89. You just gotta find a girl that's 5'2" and you'll be fine. And there's actually a lot of those. So.
Hey, Rey Mysterio is like 5'3", and he's like awesome. So it doesn't matter how tall you are. If you knock somebody down, they're all shorter than you. It's gotta.
I would never
karate
normally
chop.
use this term, but I had a very attractive woman who happens to be taller that I
Yeah.
dated, and she is now engaged to a short bitch boy. So there's really hope for anybody.
That's always the case. It's always the case. I don't get it. Like objectively, it always seems like the women go for like the inferior person.
Younger women just don't really know what they want, honestly, and I don't really mean it in that way, but I think in general, a lot of women want a guy that's more of a protector and, most mature women. And honestly, just women don't really get a mature brain until they're pushing 30. I just said that all in the most basic sense, so don't take it like at face value. But I'm not going to get into a whole psychology thing here. All right.
I mean, really, even though like when I was a kid, I hated being talked down to as a kid, all that stuff. Like especially when I turned 18, I'm like, I'm an adult. I'm fucking tired of it. I'm just gonna fight. I'm gonna get in fights with everyone, even if they're like 10+ years older than me about things. The older I've gotten, the more I do look at people of a certain age being just like slightly older children. I mean, especially in this day and age, like where everyone acts like children all the time, even, especially our parents' generation, the boomers, they still act like children. But, nonetheless, for the most part, I would say that, I would say something. And I would agree with it too, because I said it. But yeah, Garda Trace, I know that Rey Mysterio is billed at 5'6", but I don't know if he really is 5'6". A lot of wrestlers, they exaggerate their heights, like either shorter or taller. Like,
I mean, if I was 5'6", I would definitely exaggerate it.
well, he's like 5'3" in real life. He's like a little taller than my mom, I think, which is funny. But,
I could hold Rey Mysterio out like this and he wouldn't touch me. He'd be swinging.
Yeah, there's like a lot of big wrestlers that I'm basically the same height as. Like either one of us would be like around the same height as John Cena, for instance.
John Cena.
A lot of these wrestlers are just I mean it's obviously it makes sense that you would exaggerate someone's height because it's a TV show. Like the whole thing is exaggerated and played up and stuff like that. So it's like when they say that. Like, how tall was Lou Ferrigno? Like 6'4", and he played the Hulk, who's like 7'2" or 5 or 11, depending upon the version. So,
I saw him at Comic-Con a couple years ago.
Oh, cool.
He was there with Robert Englund, and no one was in line to see Robert Englund.
What the fuck?
I also didn't get in line. I just took a picture.
Well, there you go. That's
I wasn't gonna pay to see him. I mean, I just wanted to see if he was there.
Yeah. Boy. So what was I talking about earlier? Oh, Geek Reek and Z. You have a very interesting and long comment. See, that's the thing I like, guys, when you actually, write your comments and put a little bit of thought into them, like I used to do. I used to write like 10-page essays on Quaman's videos because I knew it would get his attention. He'd want to do videos with me.
Yeah, you write stuff like my ex does.
But no.
Angry paragraphs that exes.
Yeah,
send you
I do that
that you
sometimes,
choose
to
not
be
to read
honest.
because you know that there's nothing good to read in them.
Yeah, I've done that a little bit too much, especially recently with some people.
I'm sure that you were sober when you sent messages,
I'm always sober, Josh.
including now.
That's
I'm about to get more sober right now.
that's my secret,
It's like
Captain.
it's
I'm
like when
always
Joey.
sober.
It's like when Joey Diaz says he drank the water and he said, "Got to stay dehydrated."
Yeah, I gotta dehydrate. I know AJ is like five. Come on, guard trace. AJ Styles is like 5'6". I'm definitely taller than AJ. I've seen him in person.
I like how before Joey Diaz says, "Gotta dehydrate," he says, "No, I'm not retarded." Listen, I ain't retarded.
What's the spit take?
Gotta dehydrate. Oh no, he's like, let me. You can pull up the clip, but I want to do it perfectly. Listen, I ain't retarded.
Oh wait, I was gonna read
Dehydrate.
I was gonna read Geek Reek and Z's comment, or
Yeah, we got to get to that.
if it's a chat, is it a comment?
Ah, they're just talking.
Is that the correct nomenclature? Yeah, Phantom 89. I have seen Kane and Taker and Big Show in person too. I used to go to like a bunch of wrestling events. I would go in local city, and they would show up, and they were fucking huge. Like Undertaker in person, like I'd probably have to look straight up just to see him. I mean, I've met similar people, like people of similar height. I remember I went to driving school with this guy who was 6'9". That was pretty weird. Like, what kind of car would like that would be so inconvenient for him to try and do like driving school, because he'd have to go in their cars for the most part, and it's like, you're fucked at that height. But it's kind of like, you ever remember the episode of The Simpsons where the guy's in like the buggy and his like knees are like up in front of his face, and like Nelson's like ha ha, and he gets out and he's like all the way up here and he like chases him.
Yep.
That was a great episode. But yeah, Geek Recon, you said, my last relationship was with a toxic woman. Welcome to our lives. And I haven't dated someone since we broke out, since it's a little struggle dating since I'm over in my 30s. Many young women are just crazy. Are you me from like 6 months ago?
It's just a fact of life, really. It's like, I said, yeah. It's just, it's brain development, right? It's all brain development. Women, adult males don't generally fully develop their brain until they're around 25. And obviously, there's going to be some variation. I mean, some people are in their 40s and haven't fully developed their brain. Mike's going to be one of those. But, most people fully develop their brains by about 25, 26. And the last part of your brain that fully develops is the rational thinking part of your brain. So think about that when you're thinking of children, a lot of the decisions they may make, or, like taking candy from a stranger. No, but like think about like when you were a teenager, you made a lot of stupid decisions that you would not do as an adult, because you would think about it and be like, that's fucking stupid.
I don't know. I remember when I was a kid, there was this guy named Jeffrey Dahmer who came into my neighborhood and he offered me candy and I took it. I was totally fine. I only have one of my legs missing. I think he said he was going to make drumsticks later that night too.
But women in particular, the rational thinking part of their brain actually develops slower than men. So it really makes sense when you think about it. But it's obviously on a case-by-case basis. That's just kind of a really general, broad kind of description of it, I would say. Darius Williams, my girlfriend has been Mandy Muse. You lucky motherfucker.
Who's
you know who that
Muse?
is, Mike?
Is that I know Mandy Rose from
you should
WWE.
Look her up, but make sure you don't share your screen until you have a clean image.
Oh, okay, I see. I'm not gonna look her up then. But I will look up Mandy Rose.
Quite a nice rear end. Although it seems like the further in her career she got, it seemed to get worse. I don't know what was going on there, but early Mandy Muse was was one of the top tier women in the world that I've seen.
So here's Mandy Rose. But Mike, women who work out, they're not attractive. They look like guys. No, they don't.
Mandy Muse helped me graduate high school.
Is she also the reason why you stayed back?
12th grade English, all right?
Is she also the reason you stayed back?
She's the reason half of my clothes got thrown out. I know that.
Mandy Rose is a very talented wrestler. No, I'm just kidding. She's only there because she looks
Khalifa
attractive.
Is a very good sports broadcaster.
Who's the other girl that's really popular right now? Liv
Whatever's
Morgan.
popular is whatever tickles my fancy for the day.
Yeah, I actually like Liv Morgan, but the thing is that I don't like her wrestling attire. Like, look at this.
Oh, we're not talking about porn stars.
No. What's up with this, like, this weird makeup she always has? Like, I don't like her outfit. Like, look at this shit. Like, you know, it's like, look at what Trish Stratus used to wear. And I would say that they're similar in terms of their, you know, their qualities that people really like watching them for. And, you know, Trish Stratus, like, you know, beautiful, strong, great wrestler, and she actually... she also had a really good wrestling attire. You know, wrestling attires are oftentimes very underrated. Look at Lita's. Now, in terms of Lita, I'm not, you know, necessarily the biggest fan of people who have, you know, hair that looks like it's on fire. But with that being said, she still is a very beautiful woman. That's absolutely the case. And she had a really cool wrestling attire as well.
Older divas used to be better.
Oh yeah.
Nowadays
they're more talented, but at the same time, like they're more talented in wrestling. Like a lot of the problem with most of the wrestlers nowadays is that nobody cares, even though they're like amazing in the ring.
Are there any Asian, like Japanese divas?
Like Seth Rollins, for example. He's really great, but I can't imagine, you know, him ever being on the same level of stardom in terms of, like, you know, 20 years ago as like all the top guys there. He would have been like a mid-card, or maybe like in the Chris Benoit. I think I said Chris Benoit correctly, right? And,
he sounds like a guy that wouldn't kill anyone.
Yeah, he seems like somebody who's completely right in the head and has never suffered any concussions whatsoever.
Sounds
but
like a good guy.
I mean, Seth Rollins would have been a really good upper mid-carder, but I never would have seen him being like a top guy in WWE like 20 years ago. Who are we looking up? Oh yeah, there are some. Yeah, definitely. So for example,
and I'll be the judge because I'm the Asian woman critique professional.
So here's Asuka.
I was gonna say connoisseur, but I've never dated an Asian girl, unfortunately, so I can't. You'd be the first to know, Mike.
I know. So here's Asuka. She's pretty attractive.
Well, you're still on Seth Rollins on the stream, so that's what I'm looking at.
All right. I keep forgetting I could share my screen with you, even though I literally use this for a living.
Yeah, I mean, you should do that. It'd probably make things easier.
Where the hell is it? It's like it disappeared. What the fuck? Yeah, let me do that.
And then I'll just watch the Google screen.
So yeah, here's Asuka. I think that she is definitely she's very talented, she's great in the ring, and she's also very attractive. So there's, you know, three qualities that do well in wrestling. Here's her, like, when she's not dressed up in her wrestling stuff, you know, very you know, she's very appealing to the eye. She actually has a YouTube channel.
Look a lot better without clothes on.
She actually has a YouTube channel, which
I hope she's not watching.
You should watch. I mean, I'm guessing.
Please don't tie me up.
Considering that she's from the island of Japan, I do have a feeling that she may be a fan of Dragon Ball, and thus she hates my channel because I'm so critical of Dragon Ball. Like 99.999% of people hate my channel because of that. But anyway, let's get back to Asuka. And let me share my screen again because I had to close it for dramatic qualities. Also, there's another really attractive. I mean, most of the divas are really attractive. That's kind of the reason why they hire them. But let's see.
I would imagine that's the first step.
I have no idea how to spell her name. That's definitely not it. Somebody spell Kairi Zane in the chat, please. Io Shirai. Oh right, it is Io Sky now. Ugh. Io Sky. She's definitely not bad. I actually like the girl next to her though. I think she's really attractive, Dakota Kai.
You know, we all got opinions.
You know, I tend to like the women who dye their hair all the crazy colors. I know.
Sure. You like the OnlyFans girls.
I like to watch those Twitch streamers every now and then for scientific purposes. But yeah, Io Sky, I guess her name is. She's very beautiful. All the women from WWE are very beautiful. And I would totally let them wrestle me.
Asian women, but you know, the good ones are good, you know.
Oh yeah, Kairi Sane. So she's really attractive as well.
So she's supposed to be like an idol girl, but a wrestler almost.
There actually is. So she's like a pirate, but there actually is one that is in AEW. Who I really like this picture. There is one who's in AEW. Does anyone what's the name of that one wrestler in AEW chat that does like the singing when she comes out? Like the one who does like the pop star sing, and I don't know if I agree about China. At some point she was very very attractive. You know, especially when she was in that video with Sean Waltman.
Well, Mike, since we're talking about girls with color hair and Mario, what do you think of Avril Lavigne? I guess I don't know what she looks like nowadays, but
Is she the one who sings "Since You've Been Gone"?
she sings that one song.
Since you've been gone.
This has turned into a simp stream.
Oh, speaking of simping, let's type in an actress that I also think is amazingly talented.
Andy Muse.
And I can't spell right now. Wait, damn it! There we go. I like how it's just her eyes, because she does have very piercing eyes.
You know what's bad? While we're bringing that picture up, Jesus Christ. Yeah, I know that one. Yeah, that's like, some women have like those eyes that are like, you shouldn't have those. It's a deadly weapon. You know, it's like, it's deadly.
Oh god, she's gonna steal my soul!
It's deadly to have something like that. It really is.
I mean, it's deadly to have. I'm not gonna zoom in there.
You want to know? I'm gonna describe how depraved of a human being I am. You know, when I was growing up, you know, like, you know, locker room talk, right? You know, grab her by the pussy, right?
Josh, you'd never be a president. You'd never be a president with that.
No, you can leave that picture up on the chat though in the swimsuit.
Like I said, imagine if she played Black Cat from Spider-Man. That would be pretty amazing. And here's the behind-the-scenes picture of an upcoming film, I think. I don't know. I'm getting very close to getting banned off of YouTube with these pictures, by the way. Here she is in the Baywatch remake. I don't know who these two chicks are, but, you know, Alexandra Daddario is pretty awesome.
This is the best Super Mario podcast.
Yeah, I mean, where are you going to hear about... I mean, imagine if Alexandra Daddario played Princess Peach with these peaches. I mean, you know, with her amazing acting talent, yes. She's an amazing actress, absolutely. I remember all of her great performances in movies such as...
These pictures are, we're just showing respect to the actresses, you know. Appreciating their good work.
Lana Rhoades, is she a great actress? I think that John Cena would know the answer to that if I remember correctly. There was one porn star that John Cena was having an affair with at one point.
Really?
Allegedly.
Wow.
That same star made a documentary. Let me share my screen again, or stop. You know,
Yeah,
that one star made a documentary film of her recreating what she used to do with John Cena in a wrestling ring, and the actor who played John Cena was dressed just like him. And I could definitely see him doing that. But yeah.
Oh my god, there's a hair in my cup, Mike.
I wonder who that came from.
Must have been from the waiter. Send it back to the bar. Did I get it?
Yeah, Maki Ito. She's the one who's like the
Oh,
idol
Rin.
from Japan. She actually comes out
Now
and
sometimes
sings.
they look a
Look at
little
the
bit
hook. It says
too-
kawaii.
Yeah, they look a little too kawaii to me sometimes.
Yeah, Japan.
You know,
is
it's almost
really
creepy.
into-
You know what I mean? Like, there's a fine line.
I'm not even going to get into that topic because it really annoys me, but there's a lot of that stuff in more recent anime that's come out in recent
Oh yeah,
years. Like,
Wallies. Yeah, it's fucking weird. It's always been a problem.
like
It's fucking
Rise
weird
of Rise of Shield Hero, I think is what it's called. Like, I tried to get into it. You know, it has a lot of things I would like about it. Like, for example, like RPG elements, all that stuff. But let me actually put this up on the screen. Jamie pulled that up. Okay.
shit. Thanks, Jamie.
Yeah, Jamie quit Joe Rogan because, you know, he hates Spotify like everyone else.
Did he quit?
No, I'm making a joke. I was going to say now he works for
Yes,
us.
that's fine.
You know, I know that I should make my jokes shorter for people like Josh with no attention spans, but yeah. So, I did kind of like some of this at first. It actually had an interesting story about how the main character was basically canceled in a kingdom because, like, a woman claimed that he raped him. And they all believed it, even though obviously he didn't. But then it turns into, like, you know, that type of show where it's basically a harem with all these underage girls, and it's.
I mean,
really,
I love harem animes, but not with underage girls.
It's really weird.
I
Fuck!
actually do
I
like
keep hiding
those harem
comments
slice of life shows. They're just fun to like sit back and like laugh at
and masturbate. I mean,
and masturbate too. No, I just watch. You know,
that's why a lot of people watch
hentai or
these
whatever
shows.
at that point.
There's a lot of like anime that people just watch to jack off to. I feel like.
Yeah, I don't know why you would do it. Just like it's.
And back in the day.
You know.
So anyway, let's see. Somebody asked, "Do I watch Demon Slayer?" And the answer is yes. So, as you guys probably saw, who am I kidding? You didn't see it. I made a video a while back about Demon Slayer, or more specifically, anime that I watched in the year that it came out. I wasn't really that into the first season. Like, I thought it was kind of like, you know, poorly paced and it wasn't that interesting, but it ended up growing more on me. The movie I thought was really great, and then season 2 was really great despite all the weird stuff that was happening with them all dressing up like geishas, and you know, it was weird for those few episodes. But everything else, especially the ending fight, was pretty amazing. So yeah, I'm looking forward to next season of Demon Hunter, and I definitely wanna check that out. One final heartache. I actually did see Demon Hunter one time.
Hearts on fire, strong desire.
Oh yeah, I forgot there's a Demon Hunter class in World of Warcraft. Mainly because I've mainly played them as, you know, the exact art for right here from Hearthstone.
I'm Mr. T, and I'm a night elf mohawk.
Yeah, that would.
Me and my friend used to watch that remix of that. It was really great. It was a great auto-tune remix where it was just, I'm Mr. T, and I'm a night elf mohawk. Hey, night elf mohawk. Hey, night elf mohawk. So don't give me no back talk. Some smack talk and fools and spam. Mr. T can't play the World of Warcraft. He ain't no computer hacker. So ask me this sucker, how do you explain the Mohawk grenade?
Speaking of remixes, here's my favorite.
I did that 90% accurately, by the way. It's like ingrained in my head from childhood.
Creepy characters? Just my old insurance.
God damn it with these stupid ads. I mean, I totally love advertisement. I don't hate it like everyone else does.
You don't have YouTube Red, Mike?
No, I'm on incognito.
Sorry, YouTube Premium.
I actually did get it recently. I finally caved and gave in. I was tired. Oh my god, this is in 240p, and I'm watching on a 4K screen. Let's see how this
I like it
goes.
for the music. The better bust so much.
Taking the hobbit's toys and God. Not taking the hobbit's
You know, this is a Mario stream, Mike, but also I think we said about as much about Mario as we could.
toys and God.
Yeah, that's why I'm not talking about it anymore.
Toys and
Wait,
God.
there's a Mario movie?
The hobbit's toys and God. Toys
Isengard, the hobbits, the hobbits, the hobbits, the hobbits to Isengard. Isengard.
Taking the hobbits to Isengard.
I don't know if I can get
Remix videos are like
flagged
peak
for this.
stupidity.
I don't care. Yeah. What was I talking, or what were you saying, Josh? And why do I care? Speaking of, it's time to cooler.
You gotta edit the.
Hey yo, what's up? You gotta stop and listen. It's time to open your eyes. It's coming to you.
Kula, believe fellow brother. Metal kula, believe fellow brother. Kyushu, fukusu, metal kula. 機械になって得たぜ復讐の機械無限に増殖絶望を感じたあのショック打ちたちから捕まえたゴクッとベチって吸われたゴクッとベチって全力出した奴は非道かます瞬間移動奴は非常ボディは頑丈無限に再生絶望の戦場無限に増殖見せろ根性クーラーブリーザのブラザードカンバトルにメタルクーラー来たるぶちかませ超快感ドラゴンボール Z ドッカンバトル全世界同時キャンペーン開催中
Hey yo,
People want to summon on it.
That's the thing. Like when it comes to a lot of these things, I'm sure that they do really well. Do you know what the do you have like figures or anything for when it comes to the earnings of Dokkan and Legends? I remember you telling me some of the numbers a while back.
I'll pull it up.
Josh, pull that
It's in the
up.
billions. Dokkan.
Yen or dollars, though?
Dollars.
Jeepers creepers.
Who gives a fuck about Legends? Ain't got a guild in it anymore.
Fuck
Dokkan
you,
hit
Dragon Ball
$2 billion
Legends.
lifetime revenue in 2019. 2 years ago, in November.
I'm sure the user base grown since then, right?
But that was 19 months after hitting $1 billion. And the game's been out since 2015. So it made $1 billion in like a year and a half.
Oh, wow.
So it doubled its profit, even though it had already been out for, 5 years at that point, pretty much. So it's probably close to $3 billion by now, at least.
Yeah, that's,
Hey, look. An article.
You could actually share your screen. You just have to click
August 23rd,
Where's that?
2021. Let me share my screen.
How do I look at the chat? Here we go. So is the chat still working for everyone? I saw some weird thing that said chat disconnected. I don't know why YouTube keeps lying to me. Maybe it's because I keep, giving them my life. What's that worth?
Alright, I'm sharing my screen.
Oh, it's the 69 mega again.
I don't know what website this is, but it says it. I probably got a Trojan virus.
Who uses Trojans?
Yeah, $3 billion. This was in August 2021, so this is over a year ago still.
If all their parents used Trojans, then Dokkan wouldn't exist. It would have been out of business. Now, Josh, let's be honest. How much of that $3 billion came from you?
Half.
Do you ever see Bad Santa?
Dokkan.
Yeah, we can't hear the sound, unfortunately. I don't think that Google Meet actually shares the the sound from your side like an OBS.
I'm not trying to share it.
That was pretty cool though. That part with Goku, like going through the. I I mean, just all the animation looks really good. Is that stuff that they took
Broly
from the
movie
movie,
looked good.
or
Yeah, this is all their attacks.
now did they actually clip any of this from the movie, or did they just recreate all of it?
It's all reanimated. It's reanimated all of it, so it's nice.
Isn't that what the music video for 1 is based on? The Reanimator? I was actually listening to like all of the classic Metallica albums earlier. I even listened to a little bit of the Black Album. And I do remember, I actually like a lot more of that album than I remember.
Yeah, it's a great album. Enter Sandman's a good song, but it's not even the best song on the album. There's
Sleep
multiple
with
songs.
one eye open.
Wherever I May Roam is a fucking fantastic song. It's
Nothing
so
Else
good.
Matters.
Sad But True is great.
The Unforgiven.
Yeah, that's a great album. I've always liked it. I don't know why people hate it.
And that one song you sent me, or that the amalgam song that you showed me, like where it just says the names of each song, was really funny.
Oh,
like some of them actually like sounded like they were part of the same song too. Some of them are just really funny too. It's like the instrumentals, they just have silence. It's like nope, and then it moves on. That's the thing that always has sucked about doing YouTube, that like I've always wanted to do like top 10 favorite bands or like 10 favorite Metallica songs. I can never do those videos unless I just want to get
your list would
blocked.
suck.
I mean, to be fair, a lot of people would probably hate some of the bands I have on there. And a lot of the bands I listened to recently are like from that early 2000s era. You know.
One of my
But
favorite
anyway.
Metallica songs is still "Frayed Ends of Sanity."
That's
off
on,
of And Justice for All.
I was literally going to say that, Josh. You gotta let me guess. I was actually listening to Shortest Straw earlier. The shortest straw will be
speed is
pulled
so
for you.
furious.
It's really
Especially
cool
bass.
too with Blackened. Like
Yeah.
when they did that, they can literally play that at live shows. I mean, you've seen them
Fantastic.
live, right?
Yeah, I've seen them live 4 times.
And they played Blackened.
Yeah, they've played it before. I don't remember what show, but I've definitely heard it live from them. One of my shows was in Jersey, though, and I got hammered beforehand. I was with my dad at the time. I drank whiskey
parenting.
outside before the show in the back of a car, and then it was Volbeat, which I don't really care for,
Yeah, I don't give a shit about
Metallica,
Volbeat.
and Avenged Sevenfold, and it was fucking great. I like Avenged Sevenfold, so.
I feel like I'd like. See, the thing is, a lot of bands I used to really, or I got into, I never really cared until I saw them live. Like Demon Hunter is actually an example I mentioned earlier. I was like, okay, I heard them on Headbangers Ball a couple times. They're all right. And then I saw them on, I went and saw In Flames, and they opened for them, which is really weird because they're like a Christian band. In Flames is basically like borderline satanic. But then like I listened to
Off the show.
yeah, I mean, a lot of bands are like that. It's like, again, the Simpsons episode, because Simpsons used to be amazing, where they, like, made that joke about, oh, the Satanism's just for the laughs, or, like, just for the, it's for the show. What was that? Did you ever see that movie with Mark Wahlberg? The, what was it called? Rockstar? Where he, like, joins basically what was Metallica or Iron Maiden or something, because their singer leaves, and he can do, like, a good impression. It was actually pretty good, even though Mark Wahlberg doesn't do any of the singing. It's kind of weird.
Yeah.
They
Pete
dubbed
Griffin
over
says
him.
his new Disturbed album coming out.
Oh, cool.
I did not know that.
I got into an argument with David Draymond once on Twitter.
I'm sure you were very.
I was very
I'm
polite.
sure that was really, really quite the time.
I used to know, the thing is, when I did Twitter, I was like friends with like all of these big rock stars and stuff. Like one guy I used to talk to a lot was, yeah, your shirt's cool, Josh. I know you got it for 2 cents in China, but is that where you got COVID?
It came with COVID on it.
See, I beat you to that one. See, people think I'm very slow speaking, but I could actually talk really fast if I really want to. I could talk like an orator. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, A, B, C, D, F, G, H, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, X, Y, Z. Unfortunately, I run out of breath. I'm not David Blaine. I can't hold it for 9 minutes.
You also can't stab a sword through your bicep like he can either. You ever see him do that?
Didn't he actually have surgery so he could do that?
No.
I feel like there was somebody who did something like that. They actually had surgery so they can keep doing that.
Yeah, that was in the stomach. That guy died because he tried to swallow a sword. He
Yeah.
swallowed it and he died. Or it was like a pin or something he swallowed. It was like an ice pick maybe. And
It's like, I'm just going to do it for fake.
Well, he thought he was actually invincible after a while.
Yeah.
And yeah, he died by swallowing an ice pick.
I'm sure that worked out really well for him.
Yeah. So, end of the story is he was not invincible.
Oh yeah, Rageaholic. I think I've seen a video or two of his. He's the guy with like the leather jacket and the sunglasses with the long black hair. I feel like he's been on some channels I watch too, like the Critical Drinker. He's really good.
I didn't really like alcohol, Mike.
Me liking alcohol? What the fuck are you talking about, Josh?
It's a coffee you're drinking.
Yeah, totally. This is what somebody looks and sounds like when they're drinking coffee.
Yo.
Yeah. Pinky! I need it. No, she's saying putting on airs. There are actually some points where Patrick is like, it's kind of like frying Futurama. There's some episodes where he just says things that are actually intelligent, and then everyone else around him is an idiot. But like, yeah, that was one of the episodes.
I love how Patrick lives under a rock.
It's almost like they were saying something.
Yeah. Like he's a fucking idiot or something.
Remember the episode that they would never make nowadays, where Patrick put SpongeBob in like one of those helmets, and he basically acts like, he's like, one of those special gentlemen.
Yeah.
And he's like licking everything, and he's like screaming. Yeah, they would never be able to make that today.
SpongeBob now it seems like it's just, and for a while it seemed like it was just gross out humor, and that was it. After a while.
Yeah, there were some really like
there was
the
toenail
exactly, yeah.
Disgusting. I mean, I only jacked off to it twice, but it's like a lower average than most episodes.
Jeez, no wonder you like Quentin Tarantino.
They need more blood in the scene. Come on, I'm not even hard yet. What the fuck?
Phantom 89. What do I think of Limp Bizkit? This is where I'm going to lose a lot of people forever. I used to like Limp Bizkit when they were popular like 20 years ago.
When you were 12?
Exactly, yeah. Like 20 years ago. So like I liked Rollin'. They were a big part of WWE, and they played multiple WrestleManias, and then they got like banned because they swore and used the middle finger, even though wrestling was about people punching each other and kicking each other to the point of exhaustion. Gotta love America. You can't say words that are like a combination of letters in a particular order, and you can't show certain parts of your body, but people can like beat each other to death basically on TV, and it's totally acceptable as long as you don't show blood.
Like saying shit cunt's probably frowned upon.
Yeah, I think George Carlin put it best when he said shit, piss, cunt, fuck, cocksucker, motherfucker, tits for a turd and twat. And you weren't able to say those typically on TV. And now you could say some of them. Actually, you could say fuck on TV now after 10 o'clock, if I remember correctly. Sometimes I'll be watching like Comedy Central, and they play South Park, and they're saying, fuck, which is
for
me
about shit.
Yeah, I remember when that came out, because they basically, I think it was like Law and Order or somebody was going to have an episode where they said shit for the first time on TV, and South Park cut them off at the pass, and they said it like 100 and something times in one episode.
Yep.
And that was back when South Park was great. I haven't seen it in years, so I don't know if it is.
I'm sure it's still funny. It's probably not as consistent. Listen, I forgot what I was gonna say.
Yeah, I know you want to come in the room, Benny. He doesn't really like to take the hint. So, Mario. I have I have two Mario related things in my backdrop, just in case people think I'm like not an actual fan of these things I like. I don't know if I like this camera angle. That's a little
Yeah,
bit
you
better.
should probably move it a little farther away from your face.
Yeah. So as you can see right here, I have my original Super Mario. You can't probably see this; it's so fucking small. I have my original Super Mario World cartridge and the Super Mario World cutout, and then I also have my original Super Mario Kart, the original Mario Kart, with the cartridge and a cutout behind me. Also, my awesome Wind Waker inspired Zelda art. My original Nintendo Power Twilight Princess poster, which is really cool. I waited like 20 plus years to hang that on my wall. My GTA 5 one, which is of course
The game
awesome.
sucks.
My Iron Maiden, the Trooper, which is great. I love all the Iron Maiden.
Take my life, but I'll take yours too.
I love all the Iron Maiden art.
Yeah.
And then, you know, of course, my consoles and my Pocket Monsters.
I saw an
collection.
Eddie mask for sale at a store locally.
And it's Josh
A
from
fucking
Dragon
idiot
Ball
picking his
Nation.
nose.
Ugh.
Well, technically, I was really picking this, but
I was
wanted to
actually
make- I
scratching.
wanted to make a self-deprecating joke that I was picking my nose.
Also, but Mike, you hate Dragon Ball Super. You would never have Dragon Ball Super stuff on your wall. Wrong.
Ba, ba, ba.
I have Super Saiyajin Godo base.
You know-
and then Mikate no Kukui. And then I have the fighters art that was ripped off. I mean, totally legitimate cover art. That wasn't a scandal at all. And then I have my Poltergeist Report poster. And then some
You know what?
movies.
The next Dragon Ball Z movie should really have slowed down music.
Dun-dun-dun.
Chala, chala. Dragon, dragon, rock the dragon, Dragon Ball Z.
Dragon Soul.
Make a slow down Gohan's Super Saiyan 2 transformation theme.
Dun, 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 dun,
That is one of the
dun,
best songs in the whole
dun,
series, though. I
dun,
can't
dun,
remember how to
dun,
pronounce the
dun,
name,
dun,
but
dun, 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 dun.
they should add solid state scattered Dokkan. Legends had
too
it for a
close?
little bit during one of its celebrations. Solid state scouter, it was fucking great.
Do people like this camera angle better? I'm guessing the answer
Get it
is
right
no.
up in your nostril. Oh. Imagine if you shoved it in there and got to your brain. That'd be quite a clip. That would definitely be a clip-worthy moment.
Unfortunately, I'd be too dead to actually do that.
Well, someone in the chat will get you.
I actually say, guys, the thing is, I actually do have it turned on where you can clip my stream. So I don't know how to do it on here. I've
Someone
seen it.
clipped something earlier.
How do we see it though?
That's a good question.
Does anyone know
They
these
might
things?
own
Because
the
either of
NFT.
us, neither of us do, obviously. Oh God, the NFT. You mean those massive scams? I mean, totally
you-
legitimate business enterprises.
Did you know there was... This is a very depressing story, so it's perfect to say during a Mario podcast. That there was a...
Wait. I have shaky cam. Is
There
my
was a
stream
girl-
cinematic?
There was a girl and a cameraman that got... I say a girl and a cameraman as if the cameraman's a gender. There was a newscaster and a cameraman, and
It is now.
they both got killed on TV. And there was also a camera, a POV shot of the killer doing it, right?
Oh wow.
I've never seen the footage because I really don't need to. I can guess what it looks like. But apparently the dad had to buy an NFT of the footage just so people would stop posting footage of his daughter getting killed.
Jeez.
That's pretty bad. Imagine having to buy an NFT. That's worse than getting your daughter killed, isn't it? That's some dark humor right there. That's pretty bad, though. I won't lie.
Yeah, it's Even
I
though
have
I'm
a
even though I'm doing
non-fungible
things
token.
that are even though I'm doing things that are ridiculous right now, it is very sad.
Yeah. I mean, I'm glad it didn't happen to me, but
I just realized I could start doing like really funny cinematics, like this motherfucker really thinks like I could do like an inner monologue. It's
you
like,
could also
yeah,
buy
yeah.
3 more cameras and get close-ups to you.
I actually do have another camera right here
Switch between them.
on my. I don't have it plugged in. I actually probably could do that.
Is that the webcam you use to chat with girls online?
Come on, Josh. No girls ever want to chat with me online. They actively
Oh, they
tell
do.
people that they never want to talk to me again.
It's one of those. It's like that.
Josh
one,
really doesn't know
that one
I
guy
know
that
his
was.
secret.
It's like that one guy who was talking to a Russian girl.
This
for like
fucking
10
dude
years.
is still talking right now.
He was talking to a Russian girl for about 10 years, and it was in a chat
Josh
room.
totally can't hear my inner monologue right now, but he keeps interrupting himself. I'm not sure why.
Hey, Mike.
Yeah.
He was talking to this Russian girl for like 10 years, right? In a chat room, and he kept paying to subscribe to this chat room. And I'll take a drink so you can interrupt me real quick. Eventually, he gets a private investigator out there to find out if this girl's real or not. Private investigator says, "Hey, this girl's total bullshit. It's definitely this fat guy who's texting you, and you're paying him to text you." And then the guy that hired the private investigator says, "Bullshit." So he hired a private investigator just so he can tell him that it's not real. So he can say, "Hey, fuck you, and also here's my money." Anyways, long story short, there's a lot of trials and tribulations trying to figure out if this is real or not. And it turns out this fucking woman's real. And yeah, that's the end of the story.
Wow.
You would have assumed it was a fake one, but it was.
But he was still simping for her.
She was real. Wasn't a fat Russian guy.
But was she going to give anything up to him, or was she just
I
taking
think
his money?
that she is under the impression that he's rich, but he's not. So it's like a Roman Bellic situation if anyone's played GTA 4.
So anyway, look at this. Because, psych, we're actually going to talk about the Mario trailer.
Uh-oh.
You didn't think that was going to happen, did you, assholes? I mean, loyal streamers. Or chat member, or whatever.
Can you read that? I'm a Dragon Ball fan, so I don't know how to read that.
The Super Mario Bros. Movie official trailer.
Is that small enough box, Mike?
So the only thing anyone cares about for some reason is the voices. I think Bowser looks really good. Where is that? Koopas look cool, I guess.
I think the animation's a little off-putting. It looks a little Wreck-It Ralph.
Yeah, that's a good way of putting it.
I've never seen the movie. I've just seen trailers, but
the faces especially look kind of weird. Like I doubt that they somehow tried to make it look like Jack Black, but it does look a little too, I don't know, weird.
It's got the same tail.
And again, here's a moment that I was mentioning before. It's like they make it all dramatic, and we're gonna charge, and then this, like it's so stupid. 2000s and 2020s humor that's just meant for babies, basically, and like the vast majority of people who are going to see this are not children; they're people who are bringing their kids. But yeah.
That's actually wrong, Mike. It's gonna be a lot of kids seeing this. That's why it's the way it is.
Well, yeah, but when we were kids, Josh, they didn't have to treat us like we were fucking stupid.
Right. I mean,
they,
look at
they
when
did
you were a
anyway,
kid.
but
When you were growing up, they had the John Leguizamo and Bob Hoskins Mario movie, and that was very faithful, and definitely didn't treat you like you were a kid. It treated you like you've never seen Mario.
Even when I was a kid, though, I hated that movie.
Yeah, it's,
like,
it's not Mario.
It was like, yeah, exactly. Even when I was
ridiculous.
Even when I was a kid, I was like, this is not Mario. What the hell is this? Why do they call it Mario? Like, it doesn't make any sense, It's like even the Dragon Ball Evolution movie was more faithful than the fucking Mario movie. Like, at least it had Master Roshi. Actually, it's weird. Master Roshi was, like, the opposite of Master Roshi in that movie. He was, like, scared to touch women and stuff. Maybe because he knew he'd get canceled years later, and Chow Yun-fat was, like, way ahead of the game, but yeah.
I do not.
So even that voice right there for Bowser doesn't sound like Bowser to me. Like, I know that people are like, he sounds really good as Bowser. That isn't Bowser. Like, I'm going to play some actual voices from the characters in a little bit, because I feel like isn't there a Mario game where Bowser talks?
Play Yoshi's original sound. The original sound.
From the games?
I can't even do it. Yeah, you know, play that sound. That's what I want to hear.
Yeah, hold on. Now listen to this. This is where he sounds exactly like Jack Black.
I do not.
Now who's gonna stop me?
That's pure Jack Black. Like, he just sounds, you know, like he's like, I'm not going to say that he's not trying. He's a good actor, and, you know, he's even done good dramatic stuff in the past. Him. But I just don't think he's the right fit for Bowser's voice. Like, even if they're trying to say, yeah, even if they're trying to say he's, like, young, like, it'd be like if Christopher Walken tried to play Batman. But if I'm gonna beat your ass, Joker.
I'm gonna beat your ass now, Joker.
You're coming off to me with the wrong tone. You do that again, I'm gonna stab you in the face with a soldering iron, Joker.
Joker, I'm gonna throw you in Arkham Asylum, and you're never gonna get out of there.
You sound more like Ace Ventura right now.
Yeah. Oh, I'm surprised they ever did that.
Even the grunts sound like Chris Pratt. I know, because I've heard Chris Pratt grunting a lot in my life. Hold on, wait for it.
Voice would have been much better if the approach was a little bit more like, "Hey, what is this place?"
If it was what?
Hey, it's me, Bowser.
I don't know. I thought it's weird when I first heard him. I thought like Idris Elba was playing Bowser. I know he plays everyone now, like Knuckles.
He's Knuckles.
But, that would be funny if he played Knuckles and Bowser.
He actually did great as fucking Knuckles, though. He really did. I fucking loved his delivery in that film.
So here's Mario's voice again.
Sorry, I'm just talking about a better movie.
No, I know.
This place.
Now, this sounds like Chris Pratt, but okay, here's Keegan-Michael Key's Toad.
Catch that mushroom, you'll die!
Now he sounds like Toad. That's really good. That's the only good voice in this trailer so far. But well, actually, I kind of like the Penguin voice, but again, it is just really stupid humor.
Fucking Penguin.
It sounds like Heath. It sounds like Heath David though. I don't think it is, but let me listen again. Hold on.
I'm a penguin, and I'm also Keith David.
No, it's not Keith David. It's not manly enough. So here's so Keegan-Michael Key does a really good Toad voice, even though it does sound auto-tuned. Maybe I should have made this the thumbnail. This looks very wrong.
There's one part of this gag that I like, and the whole gag of them throwing snowballs and it having no effect. It does like the zoom out, so it's like, subvert your expectations. The one enemy getting knocked out was a little funny.
Oh, where Bowser
it was like an extra
smacks him
layer
or something?
Yeah, it was like an extra layer of the comedy, which I thought was good. It wasn't hilarious, but it was good. I ain't chuckle, but it was funny.
How cool would it have been if they just did like a Paper Mario movie?
Oh, looked good too.
Yeah,
they could like advertise it as like a technical achievement, you know?
Yeah, how about this?
Yo, Paper Mario in 3D, Mike, would actually look good. Like a 3D visual, like pop out. That would work for that, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Like, imagine if just the characters in like the bushes and like the foreground were 3D, sticking out. Like even... I gotta change my pants. I'll be right back.
Yeah, it would be awesome. But here's Chris Pratt again, and
imagine if Mandy Muse was in that movie.
And he does sound a little bit better, but he doesn't sound like Mario. He sounds like a New Yorker. So listen.
He sounds like it's a Mario.
Here we come.
So he's like, here we come. So he's trying to do like a New York accent, but is Mario canonically from New York, or is he from Italy?
When he's usually voiced, it's got an accent like that, yeah. Like
let's check out the Wikipedia.
Dialogue, yeah. Like the movie, right? He had it, the cartoon, and I think that's all Chris Pratt knows about Mario. So It's a me, a Mario.
I don't know. How old's Chris Pratt? He might have played Mario.
It reminds me of when Video Game Donkey did a video and he's like, here's my Jack Nicholson impression. Hey, it's me, Jack Nicholson, spaghetti and meatballs. Same thing, you know?
Hey, it's me, Jack Nicholson. I mean spaghetti and meatballs.
Just say,
I'm not gonna hurt you. I'm just gonna bash your brains in. It's my terrible Jack Nicholson impression.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. You didn't even say spaghetti and meatballs. You fucked it up.
Spaghetti and meatballs. Mario is a 25-year-old Italian human. Good God, we're older than Mario.
Mario Sunshine, Bowser Talks. Look it up.
Yeah, I'll do
Thanks,
that.
Geek Freakin'. Let's look it up.
I think Garatrace said it first, so let's not.
Hey, I'm just telling you what I
steal
saw.
someone's credit, Josh. You know we're gonna get canceled for that. And everything else we say every year.
Geek Freakin' said it before Garatrace, so I don't know. This is looking a little sus. A little sussy baka.
Well, clearly one of them went back in time and changed everything. They also fucked their aunt and perpetuated an infinite cycle of horrible atrocities across humanity.
If I could turn back time, I could find a way.
By the way, everyone go watch Dark on Netflix and stop watching all this terrible trash. Because Dark is amazing and it deserves more views. And
Probably watch Peacock.
God, at least you can get Peacock for free with all the ads.
You know, when I was on the App Store looking at new apps, I really got sick when I saw the Home Depot streaming app.
What the hell? Why'd there be a Home Depot app? What would you watch on it?
Home Depot, I guess. King of the Hill.
Yeah, so canonically, yeah, that would probably be true. So, except they go to like Megalomart and don't they have Lowe's in Home Depot? There's like
the same thing, aren't they? The same store?
I mean, is Coke and Pepsi the same thing?
No.
There you go.
Not at all.
So, the store, so they're using the Yoshi's Island as his origin. That's the thing, like Yoshi's Island, Mario and Luigi were babies and they were raised by Yoshi. So like parents they were brought back to the parents' home. I haven't played Yoshi's Island in a long time.
That's great. I like Yoshi's Story a lot too on N64.
Yeah, that's a
Always
great
been a big
game. I
fan.
love that game.
It's too short though. But it's amazing.
Yeah.
The music's god tier. Yeah.
Yeah, I played the shit out of that game.
I remember the theme, and I haven't played it in like 15 years, probably. Just such a good song. Remember the character select screens where you respawn and pick new Yoshi?
Yeah. Here we go.
The water's great, hey, Junior?
What the hell?
Sure is, Papa. Come on in, Mama Peach.
Huh. I don't remember Bowser speaking in this game. I definitely beat it though.
I think not.
And Peach sounds fine. That's the thing. Peach is such an easy voice to do. But Bowser to me has always sounded more like, you know, dark and gravelly. He almost sounds like
Yoshi?
He almost sounds like I don't know. No, Yoshi I think is gonna be played by insert name here. I wonder how they're gonna do that.
How the fuck did they come up with that noise?
Let's go on IMDb and find out.
You know, that's a dinosaur, right?
I mean, yeah, I mean, my grandfather told me he rode them all the time when he was a kid. You know, he rode them through 27 feet of snow uphill every single way, back and forth. Okay, so Chris Pratt, he's doing Mario. Anya Taylor-Joy, I mean, she's been in movies, so I guess maybe she could do the voice.
So she has to be in a movie.
Yeah, Charlie Day, because he's the funny guy from It's Always Funny in Philadelphia. I know that's not how you say it. But, yeah, he...
I do like him, but...
I'm sure he could do a good Luigi voice if he did an Italian accent, which, you know, is Luigi's fucking voice. But again...
I think we could both agree that we probably like the whole cast as actors.
I don't know. What about this guy?
I mean, I don't know about Anya Taylor-Joy, but where the fuck you call her? But
A lot of people really don't like this guy, number 6, under Jack Black.
I can't see it for some reason.
Oh, you don't see my screen?
Text is a little blurry for me. Can you see that? Can you read it for me?
So there's Chris Pratt, Anya Taylor-Joy,
Right,
Charlie
after
Day, Jack Black, Keegan-Michael Key, and number 6 is Seth Rogen. Weed.
His Donkey Kong voice is gonna be something.
Oh God. Yeah, no, I don't know if he's really a good choice for DK Donkey Kong.
You know-
DK Donkey Kong is here.
When I played Donkey Kong 64, that's who I pictured as the voice.
My Bowser sounded like Robotnik. I don't know. I feel like it sounds a lot more like Dr. Claw from
I agree.
I will get you, Gadget, someday.
It's actually pretty good.
Yeah, that's what I sound like when I do my death metal lyrics. But yeah, I sound like the Cookie Monster. So yeah, Charlie Day I think could do a good Luigi voice, but you know he has to do the accent. I'm surprised this movie's not getting canceled for not having Italian actors. But Fred Armisen is Cranky Kong. Who the fuck's Fred Armisen? I don't know. He's from...
Cranky Kong needs to be in the movie, really?
You know that Cranky Kong is actually the original Donkey Kong?
Donkey Kong? Yeah. Yep.
Then you do know that. Good.
I do.
Yeah, I actually really liked... Donkey Kong 64 as well. I know a lot of people in recent years have said it's bad, but...
Yeah, I love it. It was a classic for me. I always fucking enjoyed the hell out of it. It was right up there with Mario 64 for me. It's not as good, but it's like up there. I like it more in Banjo and Kazooie. I'm sorry, I do. I really do.
Wait, Charles Martinet also did the voice of Luigi?
Donkey Kong!
I don't think so, right?
The leader of the bunch.
You know what's weird?
Whale.
They have Charles Martinet or Martinet in the movie, but he's not playing Mario or Luigi.
You know what's funny is he'd be cheaper to have voice Mario than Chris Pratt.
Well, they literally just got this guy because of name value. I mean,
what's gonna sell more tickets? Chris Pratt's name or
Mario.
hearing the original Mario voice in the movie?
Mario's
when you watch the trailer in theaters and hear him say, "Hey, it's a me, Mario." Gabish, I'm walking here. Hey, are you talking to me? Hey, 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 hey. Or, Yahoo! I think I know who I am.
Wow! Woohoo!
Definitely
Yippee!
the Soprano version.
Yeah, Tony Soprano would be great.
I'll get you, Inspector Gadget, one day.
Martinet is Mario, Luigi, Wario, and Waluigi, which I did know that. He actually plays quite a few Mario characters, if I'm not mistaken, but I'm not an expert. It would be interesting if Wario and Waluigi were in it, but voiced by him and just had, like, you know, their grunts and stuff. Honestly, WarioWare and, like, the Wario World games, Wario World is fucking fire. That game is fucking heat. Have you played that? That is some
the original one?
Shit. Wario World.
Yeah, I have
fucking
it.
Good.
I have it, like, right behind me.
Fucking great. That shoulder bash.
Yeah, yeah, I always like those games. That's the thing, like, Mario is like a game that is great because it's entertaining for it doesn't matter how old you are. You could be an adult, you could be a kid, and you could still enjoy pretty much all the Mario games. If you're dead,
you might have a problem, though.
Well, I mean, yeah, but to be fair, I mean, you know, you could be like Mr. House and put on life support for 400 years. I don't know who this girl is, but I have a feeling that you would really like to ask her out for coffee sometime.
Just coffee. A hot coffee, even.
She was in Into the Spider-Verse as Penny Oh, yeah, that's funny. She played the anime girl.
That girl from Prey was fucking great. Amber Midthunder.
I still haven't seen it, but yeah, you told me about her. Now, one weird thing I'm seeing right here is this girl, Georgie Kidder, who I've never heard of before. She is apparently doing the voice of Luma. Now, if you remember, Luma is one of the characters from the Galaxy. Yeah, exactly. So, does that mean that at the end of this movie, it's going to turn to Super Mario Galaxy, and that's going to be like the stinger or something?
Yeah, it's weird. It's like people that made it know about... This is the thing with, like, that Sonic 2 had the problem with. The people that were doing the video game related stuff obviously knew a lot about the games and were very familiar with the games. You know what I mean? Like, like the lore, but then the studios got in and said, "Hey, James
have
Marsden needs to be there, who's not in anything." I didn't even know who he was until I saw the Sonic movie. What's he in? I'm sure he's in something to make him popular.
He was Cyclops from the X-Men movies.
Who gives a fuck? He's blind. Really?
God.
Like, is it just something for him to do?
He
If
was
we're
also,
gonna do that for Cyclops, let's get Brendan Fraser some good work.
he also got cucked in Superman Returns.
Yeah, Brendan Fraser's been getting some good work lately. I've noticed.
Yeah,
He's a great actor. He's his whole like saga is sad. Stuff with his wife and like the alimony and all this shit.
Yeah.
He's like so disrespected as an actor.
So remember when I
He's
make
a
jokes?
good guy.
Remember
He
when I
should
make...
really voice Donkey Kong.
Yeah, he's doing something soon that I heard looks pretty good. Let me look that up real
Yeah,
quick.
he's playing a fat guy. I mean, that's just him now.
Yeah. But let me do this real quick. So remember how I always make jokes about how people like they watch terrible things and they're like, I don't understand how people don't like this. So this movie is the original Super Mario Brothers, has a 4.1 rating, and IMDb isn't necessarily the most accurate these days. It should be lower. But literally the top review says, I don't understand why so many people don't like this film.
If you're blackout drunk, it might be good. You won't remember it.
People wonder why I'm annoyed all the time.
It's
Because that review exists. Because there are millions of people on the planet, divided by 1,000, probably, who think that Super Mario Brothers from 1993 is a good movie. I don't even remember if it's from 1993, but I'm telling you that they think that that particular year and that particular movie is good. That's not. You might enjoy the movie. I don't understand how, but you might enjoy the movie. But it's objectively terrible. Like Dragon Ball Evolution. Or Avatar the Last Airbender movie.
I want to thank Gardatrace for correcting us. Or maybe just correcting me. It's Martinet instead of Martinet. I thought it was Martinet, but then I looked at the spelling. I'm like, I must be wrong.
Yeah,
I had heard Martinet.
I think Et would be E-T. Yeah, I think Et would be E-T-T-E. So you're saying Gardatrace, it's pronounced Martini, right?
Martinis are good with some salt inside.
I had one of those last night. I was mixing all my alcohol last night. Didn't pass out. Same thing with tonight.
I remember when I was like in high school, my friends and I drank. Oh, the last hit of my fucking pen killed me. Killed my voice.
Containing a completely illegal substance, no doubt.
Yeah, fentanyl or no.
I think fentanyl actually is legal, which is fucked up.
Oh, it should be.
No, it shouldn't exist.
I remember when I had a pot brownie once and I was fucked up for 3 days. There was definitely something else in there because I was so high the first night, and I was playing Red Dead 2, and my vision got all colorful and like kaleidoscopy.
Yeah.
And then like fuzzy. It kept getting fuzzier and fuzzier. Like the pixels, like the resolution was getting lower, right? Like it's more and more pixely. And I just stood up. I looked at my bed and I fell into it. And I'm like, this is probably a good idea. If I die, I die, but at least I'm in bed.
Yeah.
Don't worry about 911. I'm okay.
Those are always the most fun experiences when you think you're going to die.
And then the next morning, I was sick all day, and I just couldn't get out of bed. I just couldn't do it. And then the next day, which was Sunday, third day, I was fucked up all day, but I was kind of just like, almost like hungover kind of feeling, you know?
Yeah, that usually doesn't happen with weed.
No, there's something else in it.
I definitely feel like I've had that happen to me before too. Like there have been times, like with a friend of mine, where we would. So this entire story is hypothetical, by the way, but I don't want to keep saying hypothetical because I'm lazy. So anyway, my friend and I would hypothetically go to the hypothetical ghetto and hypothetically get hypothetical plant materials that would hypothetically be burnt. And sometimes when I would have those, I don't know what the fuck was in there because it definitely wasn't just plants. It was very. It definitely had some sort of chemicals in there.
Rat anuses.
It had some sort of powder or dust sprinkled on it. I get the feeling, particularly the ones that don't come from Sandman, but come from ones more vertical in the hierarchy of the divine host. Did I make that abstract enough, but still understandable? Angel dust.
Started mixing my mixed drink before pouring the Coke in. Very, very intelligent, sober decision.
But yeah, this is. I don't know if you would count this as a thermos. It's a.
It's a coffee mug.
It's
Mike,
It's an insulated. It actually has like a thing where you put a straw though. I just don't use it because I don't have an oral fixation. But you
don't like sucking on things.
Definitely not ass.
I had a push pop the other day. You know that candy? I hadn't had one in years, but I was stoned when I was walking through like Big Lots.
Was it a Flintstones one?
It was a blue raspberry push pop, like the candy, not the ice creams.
Oh, you mean the ring pops?
No.
Oh no!
Push pop.
Oh yeah, the ones that you turn.
They don't turn anymore. They are already extended when you get them out now. And I hadn't had one like probably a decade or so. And I definitely felt like I was sucking some guy's dick when I had it. Because it was always extended. It's just this big old... Like, you would just take a push pop out and just pop it out a little bit. You wouldn't always. And it's longer now. I'm telling you. I'll bring one on next podcast. It'll be like bringing out a dildo.
I'm sure somebody's not going to clip that and then Photoshop or Adobe Premiere something else in your mouth.
You don't have to have shame on this stuff, Michael. You can just say it and it can be funny and that's enough. I'm not worried about anyone thinking I'm...
Hey, Lupe Justinian. I haven't seen you in a while. How's it going?
Yeah.
Let's talk... The name's Lupe. You think that's a guy, Josh? Oh, shit. I just assumed your gender.
Assumed your species.
I'm assuming that you have a gender, Lupe, and that it is female. Perhaps I am incorrect in that assessment, because it may be a reference to something that I cannot think off the top of my head.
Spam again.
You're a mod too, Josh. You could ban them.
I have a trackpad. I think you're going to be quicker.
I want to see you do it. Good. Give in to your hatred.
Hide user on this channel.
Yeah. Awesome. Now click show on Geek Freakin'.
And then I'm going to click the link so I can get laid. I hit it so you guys wouldn't get in my fucking way. See, I knew it was a guy.
Who?
Lupe.
Ah.
Fucking idiot. It's on your channel. There's no women here.
Yeah. I'm not surprised. Usually when I look at my analytics, it's like 1% to 2%.
And you know that those are lies, right?
Yeah, that's true. Fan of Lupe Fiasco and Justinian philosophy. Okay, that makes a little more sense. And here I thought that you were like 1 in 10 million women that actually is interested in the things I have to say and was watching my channel.
Mike was hard for half a second. He was half-mast.
Hold on a second. Clip the Yu Yu Hakusho theme starting now. Okay.
We're not gonna take it.
So that's gonna be the sad song, by the way, people. So just zoom in on my sad face, and then just play the Yu Yu Hakusho.
You sound like an employer now.
Or even the Goku theme, like when he's gonna sacrifice himself.
Or like Goku screaming, Legacy of Goku.
Oh, that reminds me. I want to show you that clip that I was telling you about the other day. From when Gohan kills Trunks by accident. What was that called again? The game Legacy of Goku, the one where like Gohan dodges.
Oh, Budokai 1?
Yeah.
I actually re-uploaded some Budokai 1 cutscenes with re-edited music in it, and they came out really good, I thought. Although it's not as good as the original scores, it was just for fun. I put like Xenoverse tracks in there. It worked really good. I did a good job editing those. Play those.
Probably
Jake.
wouldn't be under that. It'd probably be under Cell Returns.
Mike, what's your opinion on Pringles?
I actually have a few different kinds in my cabinet. I usually don't eat them because they have a lot of carbs. But
Right. I usually don't get them either, but they're fucking good. I
they
have
fucking-
cheddar
they
ones and
clipped it
barbecue
before.
ones.
I've been getting like the really spicy ones recently, but they're not
I don't like
spicy.
those. I don't like the taste of them.
Nah, I don't like. I mean, I never liked sour cream in general, which they have a lot of that in there.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah, you don't. You're a freak.
I mean, I also don't like coffee and like all these things that normal people.
You don't drink semen. You don't drink water. What's wrong with you? You know.
Wasn't there someone that went on like Joe Rogan and they were like, "Oh, I never drink water." Like they
Yeah,
only
that
drink
person's
soda.
probably dead now.
Yeah.
I've definitely seen like people on like I've seen clips of that My 600-Pound Life show, which is a horrible show.
Here we go.
There was definitely a couple or like a brother and sister or whatever. I don't know. They're probably from Alabama, so they must have been both. And
Yeah,
they
they
said
were
they
Game
don't
of
drink any
Thrones.
water and they drink nothing but Mountain Dew, like Mountain Dews and sodas. And I just thought of you.
Mountain Dew. Who drinks that?
Oh my god. This fucking porn spam.
Wait. Let me share my screen, Josh, so you can see what I'm referring to.
I think I have this clip in my video.
Yeah, we put in this one video we did a while back too. I think it was 10 times Cell Messed Up or 5, something like that. I'm sure that my audience knows better than me because I don't remember my shit. I'm like Toriyama. I smoke as much weed as Toriyama does too. And, you know. Anyway.
Promise you this isn't over.
Hey, Damian Clark. I met him one time. We had a beer together. It was cool.
I was there.
Gohan's such an asshole. He doesn't even fucking think about like Trunks standing right behind him. He just moves.
He's like, yeah.
I promise you this isn't over.
The animation for those cutscenes, that's 2002 that game came out. They look really good like for the animations.
Super slow mo.
The actual
Trunks, you get fucked so much in this franchise, especially in the future Trunks arc. You know, the arc named after you, where your entire fucking reason for existing is annihilated, and then you're just, you know, I'm gonna go and create a new timeline where everything is like totally fine. And you know, what the hell? Look at that animation.
so good. Is that the regular one? The regular one has gore actually. You see, like the blood and stuff on the wound.
Nah, it's probably the censored one then.
They just like a black hole. You gotta look up like the original cutscenes. The music's so fucking good in those games too, even though it's all plagiarized. Even, you know, Burst Limit has a great soundtrack, but half of it's Metallica. They have like
Metallica?
No Leaf Clover in there.
I prefer
and,
Megalaga from Yu
Call
Yu
of
Hakusho. Cthulhu? What a fucking nerd. Everyone pronounces it Cthulhu, Josh.
Yeah,
You know,
wrong.
which is wrong. Ugh, why are you pronouncing Cthulhu that way? Don't you know that TH is th? I know that I say
It's the
because
same
I
problem people have when they pronounce my name. Sometimes when people are talking about me,
Yeah,
when
Josh
they call
Bacon.
my name out, they say asshole instead of Josh. I just don't know why.
I thought your name was Josh Bacon.
Someone
Yeah,
did
it's
say my last name was
Bacon.
Baleen, which is nowhere near to how it's pronounced or spelled. I was playing football, and they said, incoming is number 46, Josh Baleen. There's letters that aren't even in my name that you just pronounced, my friend.
You're a meshy. I'm gonna go see Megalaga tonight.
This is my spirit sword. Yeah. That GT Kuwabara.
Oh yeah.
I'm not the only one dying here. I
Wait,
don't know
let's.
what he says. such a good, like, that's a great dub reference, honestly.
Yeah, here
In the
it is.
Japanese version, is that the Japanese Kuramaru actor, or is that like only a Funimation reference? Because like the guy even looks like
Video games, you guys, don't you get it? Look,
Danny
the Earth
would
is
know.
really going to explode. If you stay here, you're all going.
Geekdom 101.
How's it going?
No dice, not dying. You're the only one in danger of dying here.
The world is too pussy in general these days. Yeah, they are. It's the biggest problem in the world. Is everyone's a little bitch. It's too worried about getting offended or offending people. People that get offended are honestly pussies in general. I really think so. If you get offended, you're just a little bitch. Like, I've offended people in my professional career, and you know what I've done is I look at them and say, you know what, don't fucking do that to me. You don't get offended because you're pretty much putting a personal attack on me now. How about you just back it up, realize that what I said really wasn't a big fucking deal, and let's move on because this is ridiculous. We're not going to want to dwell on this for a whole career, so let's just make a joke about it and let's move past it. And I won't accept any answer besides yes.
Dice, not dice.
I
That's
can't
how I
find a
go about
Japanese
my
one.
life, Mike.
Good.
I make sure I'm drunk when I say it too.
Oh, you're drunk at work?
All the time.
I'm sure that they're gonna appreciate.
I really just drink on the weekends, and it's like, I mean, you know, I almost never drink, do I? It's like
Nah.
once in a while.
I don't drink very often either.
I mean, I've been drinking the last couple weekends, but not during the week at all. Just like Fridays, Saturdays, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. You know, just the weekends.
Yeah, I only smoke weed, you know, from 12 a.m. to 12 p.m. Monday through Friday, and also Saturday and Sunday.
Phantom 89 said something like, offenses taken, not given. That's true. Like, I always, like, what I will say to people is, like, you know, you chose to be offended by that, you know. It's a two-way streak. I mean, you know, and when people cause arguments, it's usually because someone's being a little bitch. Like, you don't have to be all upset about this. Like, I try to be super casual, and I try to keep a nice, calm demeanor, like, throughout the day, depending, like, no matter what the situation, because really, there's very little reasons to freak out or be, like, stressed out about most situations, because the stress and freaking out is not going to make whatever that situation is any better. So it's really good to just stay calm and get that shit done, whatever it is. That's what I say.
Keep calm and get that shit done.
Yeah.
Okay. You know what, guys? I'm going to do it right here and right now.
Do it live.
You never thought I would do this, but I'm doing it. And you just 1 second, everyone, so I could show you my amazing taste. And finally, when can I do this? Here we go. So, it is time for Mike. I wish that there was a way for me to just do this. I don't think it was just me full screen. So it's time for Mike from Dragon Ball Nations. It's
Dragon Balls Nations.
Yeah. It's time for Mike from Laughingstock Media. How's it goings? Top 5 favorite anime series of all time. See, this is a special treat that nobody else is getting because they're not watching my stream.
All right, I'm going to head out.
So,
checking out.
Number 1. Or should I start with number 5?
As soon as you said that we were going to go over your top animes, people left.
Yeah, of course, that always happens. Number 1. Because I'm going in reverse order, because screw you, that's why. Dragon Ball Z. Because I do actually enjoy explosions and faster light fighting and blowing up planets. More because, I don't know, I'm a simpleton. So that's my favorite anime of all time. My second favorite anime of all time is Yu Yu Hakusho. Ghost Files or Poltergeist Report or one of the other names that they should have just gave in America, because people in America, they don't like the name of a show that sounds like it's Japanese, even though the show's from Japan. So they don't watch it. And every time I mention it to them, they think it sounds really bad. And then they watch it and they all think it's amazing because it's the best anime ever made in terms of standalone anime. Number 3, Hunter. I really want to say X, but Hunter. Because it is also made by the creator of Yu Yu Hakusho, Yoshihiro Togashi, who is amazing at writing and, everything he does. So he made my 3rd favorite anime of all time, Hunter x Hunter. Number 4, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, which is awesome, Josh. You need to watch this. And it is great because not only is it made by Hirohiko Araki, I think, but it's really interesting, entertaining, and every single part is different and usually features a new main character. So that's pretty great too. And finally, Trigun. Another really great series that is created by Yasuhiro Naito. And it's great. It's legendary in pretty much every way. And it's great in both English and Japanese, like pretty much all these shows, except for Hunter x Hunter, which I haven't seen in English, and JoJo as well. But, yeah, I mean, this is a great show. Great in English and Japanese, like I just said, and totally worth checking out. I don't know why this got 7.4. I thought maybe it was better than that. But this one is great, and I have it on DVD behind me because they still haven't released the Japanese. So, in the correct order that everyone else does, number 5, number 4, number 3, number 2, and number 1. Number 1, Kakarot! And that's my top 5 favorites. I'm sure that people hate me now because I said things that were my favorites, and not everything was Dragon Ball. I can tell that Josh was very enthusiastic about it. Because Josh watches things other than Dragon Ball, right?
Hentai.
Yeah, that's great. I know you never watch anything, but you just play a million hours of Red Dead Redemption.
Phantom89 says that Josh sounds like me. He's blunt and to the point, and people bitch about it. See, the problem is, though, Phantom, is that I don't let people... I don't let them bitch about it. I just talk around that whole scenario. It's really hard to explain it. It's kind of one of those things you just do in the moment, but just don't let someone get to that point where they're already on the opposite side of you. Just fucking control the conversation, really. You don't have to make it seem like you're in control of them, but if they're... I think good conversations are one where no one's in control and it's equal on both halves. But I think if you're gonna have one person be in control of the conversation, have it be the rational person. Of course, someone saying they're rational is also could just be disingenuous and anyone could say they're rational, right?
Yeah.
But you want to have, if you're trying to de-escalate things or not want things to get too far, you got to be in control of the conversation. So don't let them get to that point. Even don't let them get to the point where they're being a little pussy.
So
right?
Somebody asked, what are my... Yeah, absolutely. And somebody just asked, what are my top 5 favorite movies of all time? So let me pull those up right now. Even though I do think about this a lot, and I don't know if I can give a 100% definitive answer, but I'm going to do my absolute best. So, first 2 I just picked are the ones I always have as my top 2, regardless. But let's pull these up right now. And get back here. And finally, what's the other one? See, the number 5 changes a lot. I muted myself?
No. I said, did you hear something?
Okay, so number 5 would be... That's always difficult. Like, this changes all the time, for example, so... Oh. Okay, so my list is going to be a little weird, but you'll get the idea. Number 1, my favorite movie of all time, Terminator 2: Judgment Day. Amazing movie.
Bum, bum, bum,
Yeah, it's gonna be the new one that comes out.
bum, bum. That was too fast.
This needs way more than an 8.9, by the way, on DB. I mean, it's is it still in the top? Yeah, it's number 29. That's wrong. It needs to be at least number 1. Number 2 favorite movie of all time, Predator.
You gotta do a full version of each song. I think the Ghostbuster theme might have been the most egregious of those slow songs.
Yeah, and the new
Like that was the one that just really, to me, stuck out.
Who you gonna call? They did play the real theme.
I want a new drug.
Yeah, I know.
Man, they ripped off Huey Lewis hard.
Yeah, and then he killed them with an axe. Anyway, so number 2 is Predator.
I love that one. That what was that? College Humor or Funny or Die? I can't remember.
Yeah, that was great.
So
I think it was College Humor. Yeah,
such a good fucking skit. I think it's referencing something.
I'm trying to do a review here, Josh. I know you can barely tell. So Terminator 2 is maybe one of the greatest action movies of all time, greatest sequel of all time, one of the greatest science fiction movies of all time, greatest time travel movie of all time. How many times do I have to say of all time? It's amazing. Watch it now. Time. Watch the first one first, because don't be like one of those people who watched Lord of the Rings without. Well, okay, fuck it. Let's do a better comparison. Don't be like one of the people who watched Dragon Ball Z and never watched Dragon Ball, even though it's 2022 and you could immediately watch Dragon Ball and Z online for free. Hypothetically. Number 2 is The Predator, which is also amazing. It was a movie that had a lot of issues when it was first being made. In terms of having to get reshoots. Arnold literally left the movie halfway through to get married, so they had to delay it for like a month or something. It was, again, amazing. Directed by maybe the best action director of all time, John McTiernan, who went to prison, then never made another movie because of that. But anyway, he made some great movies like Die Hard 3, Predator, Last Action Hero.
What did he go to prison for?
I think maybe it was wiretapping, allegedly.
Yeah, that's one way of going to jail, huh?
Yeah,
it's a pretty lame way of getting sent to jail.
Supposedly he was like doing it to his ex-wife or something.
She probably had it coming.
Oh yeah, also he made another movie, which is going to be my number 5. I'll talk about soon. Number 3 is Star Wars Episode 6: The Return of the Jedi, which is also an amazing movie. I know a lot of people say that number 5, The Empire Strikes Back, is their favorite, which is right here. It also has a higher rating. I definitely don't agree with number 4 having a higher rating because there's so many massive improvements that are made between 4 and 6. And also 6 has the best scene in all of Star Wars
Empire's
where Luke fights. 6 has the best scene in all of Star Wars where Luke fights and defeats Darth Vader. And just that entire sequence with him and the Emperor and Vader is like a 10 out of 10 the entire time. So that's my favorite. I also like the Ewoks. I don't give a shit what anyone else thinks, but I also like Pokemon, so there you go. Number 4, Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring. No, not Two Towers, and no, not Return of the King. Fellowship, for me, is the best of the 3, and is my favorite of the 3, which there is a differentiation. I've seen all of them a million times, including on 4K, which looks amazing. And for me, I think Fellowship is the best.
I much prefer the animated movies. When there's a whip.
Yeah, they're very consistent.
We don't want to go to war today, but the Lord with the lash says, nay, nay, nay. We're gonna march all day, all day, all day. And people say I'm crazy.
Actually, you know what? I'm making an amendment. Honorable mention was The Hunt for Red October, also made by John McTiernan, who made Predator and Die Hard and stuff like that. But my number 5 is changing. Either way, number 4 for me, this is a masterpiece. The entire trilogy is a masterpiece of 10 out of 10s, and Fellowship for me is the best one. It's the one I'm always the most excited to watch. It is maybe the shortest one, but still it's great. And I love it. Shortest straw has been pulled for you.
That album is so fucking good.
But anyway, my number 5 favorite movie of all time is The Matrix, the original one. It's amazing. Also should be 10 out of 10 or at least a 9.5. And it's just amazing in every way. The fact that, I even I like the sequels. I like Matrix Reloaded. I think it's really good and really underrated and has amazing action scenes. I mean, it also has a scene where a woman eats a piece of cake that gives her an orgasm, which is ridiculous. But Matrix Reloaded is awesome. And look at the scene right here.
Mike's the type of guy that eat, wet dog shit and say, you know what, it ain't that bad, guys.
I mean, compared to Matrix Resurrections, but I'll get to that soon.
The best one.
Matrix Revolutions is okay. I actually went on a date to see the movie with a girl who's like 4 years older than me, so that was pretty cool.
That's a lie.
No, it's not. And it was pretty cool. And yeah, I really I enjoy it. It's nowhere near as good as 1 or 2 though. But 2 is actually not that far from 1, if I'm to be honest. Like, a lot of people agree with me on that, especially nowadays, since people actually understand what the architect is saying these days. Me, because I speak like that in all my videos concordantly. But yeah, Revolutions is decent. Has a Dragon Ball Z fight at the end, which is cool. And then Resurrections is a horrible abomination from the deepest, darkest depths of hell that never should have been created and should have stayed there. Oh my god. Did you see that, Josh?
No.
Good. Don't. It's terrible.
I'm not a big Matrix guy.
I don't... Josh. But anyway, if you were a big Matrix guy, which you should be, this movie would be horrible. I mean, there's a lot of people who like this movie, but then again, like I said, there's people who like Super Mario Brothers.
There's a lot of people like necrophilia, too.
Yeah, like Ted Bundy. Forrest Gump is an honorable mention, too. This is probably my top 10. I love this movie. I actually rewatched it recently on 4K when I got the Blu-ray, and it looks great. Every movie from back then that was shot in film looks great in 4K.
Oh, something but me.
Someone break me!
Something but me!
Lieutenant Dan, magic legs!
Jenny. Jenny's a fucked up broad.
Yeah, she is.
She's such, I saw that movie when I was 12, and even as a 12-year-old boy, I'm like, wow, that is a horrible person what she is doing to him.
Yeah.
And she had sex with him. What a bitch. If a woman had sex with me, I would be mad at her.
She didn't make him pull out, Josh. I mean, that's worth the abuse and the horrible decision making.
You know what though? Legit though, there's this whole thing about there's this testing procedure where there's consenting and non-consenting for people with disabilities, and you know what? Am I 100% positive that Forrest Gump will pass that? I'm not sure.
I don't know, but either way, Pulp Fiction's awesome too. I would say it's an honorable mention, but my favorite Tarantino movie is actually not Pulp Fiction. In fact, it is another one with Uma Thurman in it, which is Kill Bill. I love Kill Bill. I also think it's a masterpiece. And another awesome female-led action movie that's actually well done and doesn't have politics shoved down your throat the entire freaking movie like everything nowadays. And I really wish that they released it as one movie, or that Tarantino would finally put out the full version of the whole bloody affair that has the 30-minute animated sequence about Oren's backstory, which I really... Oh, here it is. So I think he's released it actually at certain things, but it's 4 hours long. 4 hours?
4 hours!
And I really want to see it.
I'm really glad that they finally have a strong female protagonist in a movie. We've never seen that before.
Yeah, we've never seen a successful female-led action movie that's been
is the greatest movie
starring a blonde woman. Yeah.
Alien came out in 1979.
And David Carradine. So the entire series,
the biggest badasses.
So the entire series is about killing Bill, and unfortunately, Bill did that job himself. Rest in peace. But yes, Quentin Tarantino, he's an amazing filmmaker, and I hope he makes. Harder. I really hope that he actually does make this Kill Bill 3, because I want to see it right now. And Daryl Hannah might be in it. Daryl Hannah is actually a really good actress, too.
Oh, yeah?
And she was actually in Conan the Barbarian. She was the love interest. She was also the crazy, like, Josh, did you ever see Blade Runner? Like, you must have, right?
Long time ago, though.
She was the blonde who did all the acrobatics.
My dad forced me to watch a lot of classic movies, and I thank him for it, but I don't remember a lot of them.
It was made by Ridley Scott, so you should
Yeah, I
watch
know.
it
I
again.
just never... It's one of those things where I've seen so many that I haven't gotten around to it, but...
I saw it in theaters, actually, recently. It was great.
I mean, my dad made me watch Alien when I was 7. Can you believe that? Now, that might just be child abuse at that point, but...
Yeah, there were some movies that I was forced to watch that were really scary as a kid.
That movie fucked me up when I was a kid, though. The original Alien. Aliens I thought was badass, but Aliens scared the shit out of me when I was 7. And then I saw The Exorcist when I was 8.
Oh, wow, this guy died. For some reason, I thought this was Lance Hendrickson. Didn't you think this was Lance Hendrickson in The Shining? Doesn't he look just like Lance Hendrickson? I always thought it was Lance... Fuck, wow. Let me pull that up, Jamie.
I'm not seeing it right now, the resemblance.
See? Looks exactly like him.
Exactly.
Exactly.
He does not look like him at all. Mike,
Wait
why don't
for
you
it.
pull up... This is Willem Dafoe and Dennis Leary situation. Pull up Lance Hendrickson. He looks nothing like that.
Yeah, here he is in
He looks
Terminator.
much older.
Here he is in Terminator. And here he is in The Shining.
Lance Hendrickson is one of those guys that's always looked old.
And he's like Willem Dafoe.
Like Bill Murray's looked like the Crypt Keeper for 40 years.
Yeah, he really has.
He doesn't
aged-
age, but
he
he really
aged
can't
a
age
lot.
past undead.
Yeah, he aged a lot in a short amount of time, and then he stopped aging. He's like the opposite of Sean Connery before he died.
Yeah.
No, I think these two look really similar. Even though I can't find like a good image. Here we
Look
go.
about as similar as Arlie Ermey and what's his name? Larry King. They don't look anything alike.
Yeah, I was gonna say. There was an actor though for a period of time who was in a lot of movies that looked just like Arlie Ermey. I don't remember who he was though.
He was great. He was treasure.
It was weird. I remember I just saw Seven again recently, and I forgot that Arlie Ermey is like the commissioner in that, and he's like not yelling for most of the movie either, which is weird. That's a pretty good movie though. Not my favorite David Fincher movie, but still good.
Yeah.
Zodiac's really good too. That's really underrated. But all right, guys, I think we're ready to wrap it up.
What do you think, Mike? It's been like what, 2.5 hours now?
No, it's been almost 3.
Looks like everyone else is done. Everyone else is checking out.
Yeah,
It's
I
almost
wanted
10
to
o'clock
like
on our side. So
yeah, I wanted to stop at 2 hours, but then
well, we kept talking.
was crossfaded. So yeah, with that being said, we're gonna get going, guys. So thank you all for tuning in and watching this stream, and bye. Okay, 650 views.